are
I
starting to
don't have
collapse.
primary ammo. I'm officially out of ammo.
That mine still follow.
Officially.
Yeah, this is a bad start, dude.
I have no. Yeah, it's like.
I don't even have the guns I want.
Yo, pick up my guns. There's a harpy and yeah.
The haste event is ending.
It's two teams fighting.
God.
Oh, yeah, get out of there. I'm dead.
Yeah. We could probably wipe. We have to start the tourney in 5 minutes. But up to you.
Want to be our designated clipper?
Clip cam.
That's our first
There's
kill.
definitely people here.
No.
I landed on the wrong side.
Danny here.
No, take up the. I'm not taking up that gold wall, so that's all you if you want it. Whoa!
Who took
Katie,
it?
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. I have a gold salva.
Don't be shy. Put some more. I have a sniper. Not much.
That is
I'm coming to
better.
cut.
I just eliminating them. The speed of light.
Oh, he's one.
Or I'll shotgun him from a million miles away.
You actually might be able to. That's how low he was.
Sorry, I'm on the way up.
He bailed. The other one's out.
Need to reload.
Sectors are about to
He's up
collapse.
here.
Yeah.
I'm
You going
alone.
mid?
Gearing up.
Yeah.
Hi, Abe. No way, Abe's not a sub. That's actually
He's over there.
What did I do to you, Abe?
I'm not chasing him.
Yeah, there.
There's someone inside.
Yeah, there's people in my building.
I'm gonna go to Danny.
I don't know if he was first.
Guys, you get me? Yep. I can get you. We got 3 minutes, guys. Alright, switch this out. Yo, this hurts real bad. Ooh, you guys might die, yep.
It killed me too. What the hell? But okay, it's okay. It's good that it does that, but I don't think I should do that like instant.
Yeah. That was like a 2-shot kill.
Yeah, it shouldn't do that instant. What the hell?
That's good to know. At least we know right before the tournament. I'm gonna get on top of this bodies, guys.
4 squads still in.
Oh my god, I just bounced. Alright.
A contender has claimed the crown.
Need some help over here.
I'm on a body on the roof.
3 squads in the field. It's everyone's match. We're down to the last 2 minutes.
Pick up the sniper.
They do have the crown right now. Just keep that in mind.
I can't pick up the sniper. It's like stuck on. Oh. 20 seconds on the crown. Honestly, bro. Oh, it's 2 pieces on it.
Oh!
Dude, I was like walking above the sniper for at least a minute trying to pick it up and it just wasn't going into my inventory, and then some dude just walks up behind me and kills me. Was it 30 bomb? Alright. Let's get to it. So we have 2 hours to get 3 games.
Dude, this guy's gonna kill me.
Shoot.
So teabagging him.
Unbelievable, Abe. Unbelievable. just watching me.
Wow! My cat was watching us play Uno last night, Danny.
Really? Yeah, I think you said
Yeah.
that. All right, is
Yeah,
everyone
he
ready?
watched me.
What?
I thought all.
People drop from Limelight, people drop from Archives, people drop from T-Loop and Mona. You have a fourth of the lobby in each section.
Is he an attorney?
Can you guys just remind me to send the screenshot after every match, please? So I don't
Yeah.
forget. Okay, thanks.
It
gotta
pops
do
up
that.
fast, so you have to make sure you
As soon as the score comes up.
Deployment pods.
I feel like somebody should keep it to just in case.
I'm gonna
my
try to do
opinion.
it with you just
Yeah.
in case as
Okay,
well.
yeah.
Should something mess up, but
My
I'm gonna
man
hopefully
just
hit the right
flew
button combos.
into the lobby, and he's not even in the tourney.
Quickly now.
You're kidding me?
Choose where you're landing.
Alright, where are we
let's go-
dropping?
I'm gonna wear here.
Okay.
Closer to the tiger, the better.
Okay.
Let's get it, baby.
Thanks, Snape.
I want a 30 bomb. I want to grab a 30 bomb so bad.
I'm gonna land here.
Okay.
Yes.
My building's right here. I'm going
Two
to the
teams
top.
behind us. One team is gonna be slightly off to our northeast, behind us
Okay.
to our left. Two teams would be southwest back.
I'm gonna land like right here.
Get over there.
I'm having a hard time
If you
getting
see
in.
any extra like invis and stuff like that, call that out.
I got invis. We're off to a good start.
Yep.
Ready for
My
business.
kit sucks.
There's a Ripper here.
Okay, coming.
It's a start. Shots fired. Contender on the
Second
board.
floor.
I have two shotties now. Level two shotty.
I'm ready to go start killing.
Well,
I don't have
alright.
the proper hacks, but
Yeah, I don't have proper hacks either, but
I have the proper weapons.
another Ripper here.
Guys near me.
I've strayed too far
Coming.
away.
I'm building.
Can you mark it?
Second floor.
No, thank you.
You feeling it?
Slow.
Sectors are about to collapse.
Two on me. I got out. Are you there,
I'm
Fox?
gonna go get that Ripper really quickly.
I'm going to Fox. I'm going to Fox.
This guy's running.
Better take it than
Gotta
leave
chase
it.
it.
I've strayed too far away.
Low. Got it.
There's
got it.
another
Go, go.
team fighting outside.
Let's get over
You gotta
there.
get to
I
it.
need that. I need that's right.
Come this way.
I'm coming. I'm on you.
I'm behind you guys.
Try to steal these.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump up. He's gonna slam you. No, it's not. Good
Stole it.
kill. Yo, there's a slam here. One to your right, Fox. Low. Put your mine down.
Well,
D-tap. He's low.
On him.
Yeah, cat,
Finish- You yoinked my kill. You yoinked my fucking kill.
hey, it's all team kills. That's all we need, baby.
No. Somebody else took it.
Contenders, a sector has collapsed.
This guy. You
Me.
mean.
Two. Half shield.
Up and up.
In your building.
Nice, Fox.
In the
Second
building
floor?
run.
Got it.
Hold on.
Read it. Alright, keep shouting.
There's another Ripper
I
here.
need invis really bad, man.
You need what?
Yeah.
Invis.
Yeah, cat, deal.
When you start going to red,
Let's go. How many kills you got, Fox?
2.
I got 3. That one of the other team took one of my kills. It should have had 4.
When you start going to red,
Let's go. I'm down.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to day 1 of the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. Now, if you don't know what the Creators Cup is, let me tell you. So it is a 3-day tournament taking place from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And during that time, we have 27 different teams competing in Hyper Scape matches. Now, my name is Yusuf McGee. I'm joined by a very lovely co-host. You know, Chris, I'm having a little trouble hearing you on my end. looks like Chris, you gotta get your audio working. Folks, this is what it's like streaming from home.
Yusuf, can you hear me?
Hey, there he is.
Hi guys, Chris Waters here. Just making sure this tech stuff is all working as we get here, set here to watch a bunch of creators. Yusuf, how should we start it off? Give them the rule breakdown, and then we'll jump in as the creators are starting to face off.
Yeah, exactly. So let's break down the tournament structure. Like I said, 3 days. So it's taking place today, July 24th, next Friday, July 31st, and then the finals will be on Friday, August 14th. And during that time, these creators will be playing standard matchmaking squad rules in Hyper Scape for 2 hours. And in those 2 hours, the best 3 games that they have will be scored and assessed. And over the cumulative 3 weeks, the teams with the highest scores will win part of our $50,000 prize pool. We're looking here at the prize breakdown. First place gets you $20,000 as a team. Second place will net you $10K. Third place, $8,000. Fourth place gets you $7K, and then fifth place walks away with $5,000. So there's a lot on the line, as you can see. And each week we'll be monitoring 5 of those teams. We'll be jumping in, we'll be watching them, commentating on them, taking a look at how they're doing, monitoring the standings. Of course, this being week 1, there are no standings. But that's enough about the structure. We'll explain more as we go along. Chris, why don't we jump into some gameplay?
All right, so here we got Cross Archon here, who appears to have just perished from this earth into the virtual abyss.
My game just crashed.
So we'll hop on with Rita and her team, Team Gravity, led by Rita here with Foxpax and Jay-Sin. They're in an area that is currently about to get degraded. Yusuf, how long do you stick around once this decay happens? Because it gets a little dangerous.
Yeah, so, I mean, you typically want to try to stay out of the decay. I mean, for obvious reasons. One, you're going to take some damage over time, which worsens as the match goes on. The first phase of decay isn't going to do a whole bunch of damage. But the bigger reason I think you want to get out first is that, as you can see, all of the buildings deteriorate around you. So you're going to lose all of your cover. You're essentially out wide in the open. And you just become fodder for snipers, for, skybreaker shots, for riot one shots. Anything long range is just going to just wreck you because you're out in the open at that point.
And especially in this tournament, folks are looking for kills to pad their stats. So there's definitely a benefit to kind of hanging by the edge and seeing if anyone is lagging behind and maybe picking up an easy kill or 3.
Yeah, you always want to gatekeep if you can. If you're in a zone and someone's working, a team is working towards you, you always want to be able to gatekeep them and keep them out because they have to come to you. Now, Hyper Scape has 10 unique hacks that can help them sort of get around you if they need to, or traverse more quickly if they need to. But nevertheless, if you're out in the decay, you're going to, 1, be taking damage, and 2, you're just going to be completely exposed. Chris brought up a very good point. We showed it at the very beginning there. We didn't touch exactly on point allocations, how points are working. So across the 3 best matches that teams submit, and this is, at how teams perform overall, you get 1 point per kill with no limit on kills. So if a team gets, 20 kills each, that's 60 points for them that match.
Stack them up.
And then, which would be very impressive. I don't know if that's ever been done.
Has it even
I've seen a few 20-point games, but not from an entire team. But on top of that, if you get a win in any way that you get the win, and whether it's eliminating all your opponents or a crown victory, that gets you 15 more points.
Nice. So you still want to go for that W.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so we see here Rita's team ran into a little bit of a tough spot. We're going to go over to iSkies here and just go ahead and have a little overlay issue. Remember how I said that was going to maybe happen? Here we go.
We're watching Fuya now.
This is Fuya. She's picked up a Hexfire pretty late in the game here, it looks like. She's got the full reveal. A lot of her team has fully fused weapons, which is definitely going to give you the edge.
Yeah. Come here.
She's in a tight spot, but she took him down. Nicely done. Just waiting.
Yeah, so it looks like they still have a down spot. Fuya did just pick up an elimination, which means a restore point, brings back the full team.
Take that shot if you want it, Katie. There's a guy. I'm dead.
Yeah.
You can hear their communication too, Chris. That's super important in a game like this. You want to be able to, I mean, one, communicate with your teammates to res, but two, you need callouts. You need to tell people where enemies are, where the other team is, and you also want to be communicating your hacks, your weapons, what you're picking up, what you're using, what other people might want. You see Fuya right there picking up a fully fused shotgun, the Mammoth.
Fuck, you scared the
fucking heck, dude.
Oh yeah.
Katie, I turned around, you scared the shit out of me, dude.
Getting started by her teammates.
The glass
Katie
broke, I'm like,
and
there's no way.
Catzilla are forming Team Aimbot here in the tournament. Fuya is the team captain. We'll be sort of tracking 5 different captains today, a few different ones across different streams, so we'll be hopping between them.
Yeah.
But this is where the action is at here with only 6 teams left.
I guess I love Fuya's loadout right now. One, it's mostly fully fused. You have the fully fused heal, fully fused protocol, fully fused mammoth. Those are the only 2 weapons that when fully fused can one-shot enemies. So a headshot with either of those weapons will net a straight-up elimination. And then you see the slam and the heal as well. Heal, I think, is a super important hack, especially for squad team play. Fully fused, you can just drop that and sustain in fights much, much longer. If your team can sort of coordinate heals, make callouts on heal locations, maybe sort of tether a few of yours together, you can maintain a large area of effect where you're essentially taking, not taking full damage or healing up damage as you're taking it.
Yeah, we saw the team deploy one of their heals in the entrance to the Red Tiger here before pushing inside, so it was kind of a, on the way through. They didn't kind of stop to heal up, which you need to do sometimes if you're in dire straits, but oh man, we must be rocking a low gravity situation over here.
Oh yeah. The number of times, Chris, I have stepped on a launch pad just as low gravity kicks off, or hit my slam just as the low gravity kicks off. And again, that's going to expose you too. That's going to leave you out in the open.
Definitely. But you're going to get some opportunities too, as people linger up in the air, and you can go ahead with your big old protocol and take some shots.
They're picking up these skills. One of the last few teams left.
No.
Coming
on the roof.
On the roof?
On the roof, jumping down. Above you.
To support their communicating, again, Fuya using Slam too, the last part of her loadout I didn't talk about. This, I gotta say, is probably my favorite hack to use. It's one of my go-tos. One, it's used for mobility, but 2, you can also use it as an escape. If you're, if you get caught from behind, you can pop your slam, launch yourself into the air, hopefully sort of reposition in a more advantageous way. And then it's also good for chasing and doing damage. If you can slam down on an opponent, you'll knock them back, you'll do some damage. There's nothing more satisfying in Hyper Scape, in my opinion, than getting a slam kill.
Than landing the slam.
Oh yeah, and just finishing someone that way.
I personally enjoy that you can like
Dude,
the slam, you pop up and it can end in a slam, but you can also pull out your weapon to cancel the slam itself, so it becomes more of like an ability focused thing. I don't know if you just mentioned that earlier, but that's one of the things that I really enjoy.
No, I didn't.
And I see a lot of players using, because that really leans into the mobility aspect of it, and mobility, of course, one of the key features of Hyper Scape. You've got to be able to get around, get away, pursue, if you're gonna want to, top those leaderboards.
No, that's good. That's
Absolutely,
actually kind of good.
100%. So we see Fuya here using that Riot 1 and Protocol, so no more Mammoth Shotgun. Again, I have so much respect for people who can use the Riot 1.
The
That's
close range
away.
Riot 1, the sword comes out there for a second. I love it.
Final 4?
Oh yeah, you can always, melee is always an option. That'll do 20 damage, which can be enough to finish someone off if you're stuck in a reload.
Okay, they're already strategizing their end game approach. They're going to try to get that crown. They are in the final 4 teams, and this is, of course, folks, is squad crown rush. You can win by eliminating all the other squads, or you can win by grabbing the crown and holding it for 45 seconds. And it looks like that's what Fuya, Katie, and Catzilla are going for here.
Yeah, you can see they're all fully fused, everything except for Fuya's Riot 1 there. But we're so close to all gold everything.
It's just so nice to see. You just want to see the gold blinging out at the end of the match.
So yeah, you can see there putting down the protocol shot. So at a fully fused level, which it is, a protocol will do 80 damage to the body, and then 120 for a headshot, which is the amount of health you have in Hyper Scape. All people have 120 hit points. So if you can land a headshot at that point, it's an instant kill.
The nice. Oh, almost had
One's in
the
that
through
building.
the doorway there. She's not taking it. She's doing the call out.
Cat,
Of course,
pick
those are
up that crown when we
contextual
can.
pings. You know, if you're pinging an enemy or an area near there, it'll show your
One
teammates
below,
danger.
yeah.
That's where you want to maybe avoid, but in this case, pursue, because you're in the end game. You want to eliminate your competitors and
Okay, I'm
also
gonna pick
get
up
those
crown
kill
when we can.
points to help you here in the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. Pad your
The roof
stats.
right here, Cat.
Yeah, so Chris, we're now in our last zone of
And I'm gonna
decay,
come
which
right
means
up
the
to
crown
y'all.
is about to
Cat, can you
appear
put that on heal? Or
2
maybe-
seconds right in front of Fuya here. If you can hold and maintain the crown, which she is going for, if you can hold on to it for 45 seconds, you win the match regardless of how many teams are left. The only caveat is when you're holding the crown, you're revealed to everyone.
Everybody knows exactly where you are. They know your business, and they are coming for you because at this point, it's do or die for them. They need to get that crown out of your hands, but Fuya's got some great team support here on this rooftop. Oh, some hacks are coming in. The enemy's getting close.
No.
I think what you see a lot of people do when they have the crown is just try and play keep away. And what I really appreciate here and what we're seeing Fuya do is still being offensive, still being aggressive, still realizing that you have full use of your weapons and hacks. You can still do it. You don't necessarily need to always be on the run. Oh, and they lock up.
There
the
it
victim.
is. What a start to this tournament window for Fuya, Katie, and Catzilla. Let's see this stat line here as they claim the victor's throne.
15 kills coming out from Katie.
Ooh, 25 team kills overall, plus the W. That'll net him a nice 40 points.
Chris, that's 40 points right there.
Great start, great start.
That's 15 for the win, and then across all of their kills, they get another 25. That's a solid score for a match.
That is a great score for a match. Let's see if I can get us back into another thing without causing weird overlay things. All right, here we go. Rita is here with the Skybreaker. We're going on with her and her team. We're going to see where they're at in the game. Just 17 teams left. So this one is already also pretty progressed, but definitely a different loadout situation here with the Skybreaker and the Ripper. This team, of course, is Rita, Fox Pax, and Jason.
Oh, yes.
Boom, a couple different Skybreakers in action, it seems, over here, creating those huge area damage. If you can get someone into an enclosed space with that, it's going to be real deadly.
Yeah, so, I mean, Skybreaker is obviously sort of like a big, slow projectile, but does big damage and has an area of effect explosion on contact. But the way you see a lot of people using it is sort of pairing it with another weapon. In tech test, it was often paired with the Hexfire. Hexfire has sort of been reworked right now. We see Rita here rocking it with the Ripper, which is one of my favorite weapons. This is a loadout I use quite a bit. But typically the way you see the Skybreaker used is it's used for an initial engagement, a quick pop-off. If you can hit someone with that first projectile, do 40 damage, do 50 damage to them, and then go in and finish them off with your other weapon. In this case, the Ripper, get some AR shots down on them. But not even necessary there.
Good strats, I like it, Yusuf. Good strats. Do you like getting on this elevated monorail? I don't even know if it's a monorail, but come on, monorails.
Oh, the train?
Monorails are futuristic, right?
Oh yeah, sure. This is Hyperscape does take place in 2054, so I'm sure there's technology that's unfathomable to us.
They're not still using monorails. Oh.
Bridge, train.
There it is. Those trains can be nice places to drop into, but definitely to pick up some an immediate weapon or a hack. But also pretty hotly contested and pretty exposed, depending on who's dropping around you. So, but we're a little bit far from that. We're in the mid game here with Rita working, and looks like we have an engagement happening over on one of our other streams that we're following. We got iSkies and crew fighting inside. Looks like they might have just taken out some folks. Going for the restore, trying to stay nimble while they do it so they're not a sitting duck. And here's iSkies and his team of Cypher and High Distortion. So they're still a little earlier in the game. There's 20 teams left. They're controlling the rooftop here. And they are pursuing an area where there was a lot of carnage. You see a lot of hacks and weapons on the ground, and now they're engaging. That Riot 1 coming out. I know Yusuf is psyched to see it.
Oh yeah. Ooh, beautiful finish there with the Mammoth. This is probably the loadout I respect most, or I wish I could use most.
Aspirational.
I wish I was skilled enough. Yeah, I do love me some Mammoth play for sure, especially in close quarters and when you're indoors. Hyperscape has such a fascinating balance between indoor combat that's super tight quarters, frenetic, speedy, and then outdoors where you can have these huge lines of sight with people sort of hiding amongst the rooftops and get off some protocol, some riot one shots. And so being able to balance and not being afraid to switch your loadout as the need progresses. I think that's a really important thing that we'll see quite a bit from these creators here.
Oof, these close quarters shotgun matches, these invisibility like cat and mouse games, like, oh man, it's intense.
Oh yeah. I think, the thing that has been so exciting to see, as Hyperscape has gone from tech test into open betas, already how many changes have come out, and how the dev team is working to constantly improve and balance the game. Like when you were indoors, it used to just be a salvo fest, like people just dropping grenades everywhere, them bouncing around. But the salvo and the Komodo have been sort of reworked now to where they do more damage, but they require more skill to use. It's not just sort of a win now without aiming button anymore.
No, definitely not. Even though indoor explosions are still quite intimidating, you get some more recourse here as the devs continue to balance the game as it progresses through the open beta on PC. And this is just Ice Guys and his team are really in a hot spot, like to have been taking out a bunch of people right around this street corner, but more keep coming to get a piece. And there's High Distortion on his team, picking up one with the Hex Fire on the second floor. And it looks like that's a team wipe. I like the little 3 skull, like when that all pops up, whether you got the kill or the assist to show you that you just like took out that team. It's kind of a nice feeling of accomplishment, but also like a little bit of a sigh of relief, like, okay, at least I'm not like, I'm not surrounded by 2 ghosts and have to hunt down that one last person, or 2 echoes rather, and have to hunt down that one last person who's alive. Folks, while they're chasing around here looking for more engagements, this is a quick look at the prize pool for the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. I'm Chris. This is Yusuf. We are on the Ubisoft news team, and we are helping cast our way through a couple different creators competing on the first day of this tournament. The next 3 Fridays are going to determine the winner of this prize pool out of I believe a pool of 25, 26 teams?
27 teams.
Nailed it. First try.
But you got there eventually.
Just wanted to give you folks a look at who's talking in your ear in addition to the folks that we're seeing. Now let's go ahead and see who else do we have here. Oh, looks like Ice Guys is back into it. Let's go back on. Looks like they just picked up a kill, and yeah, they're engaged.
Oh yeah. So we're seeing here, I mean, the team's loadout have obviously Mammoth Riot 1 from Skies there, but teammate goes down, but a Protocol and a Harpy. Harpy, again, a weapon, Chris, that was introduced in the open beta, wasn't in the tech test, but a submachine gun that is quite effective. You see quite a lot of people use it for the mid to short range engagements, and then obviously the Protocol is going to be all your snipes.
Oh, for sure. The Protocol, I mean, if you got the chops to land the shots, it's so good. I myself end up disappointing myself when I use it more often than not, so I tend to pick guns.
But nothing feels quite as good as when it hits.
Oh, for sure. That is for sure. And we are definitely going to see some different, some Protocol aces around here, I think. We definitely have some players with chops here in this competition. Oh, this guy's...
You brought up a good point though, Chris, when talking about the skulls. So like anytime you see an elimination, folks, if the player we're watching either caused it or hadn't gotten an assist, like we just see right there. So Skies picked up a kill, and you saw 2 skulls flash at the bottom of the screen there. That means that there are 2 people eliminated from that squad, which means 1 is still alive and out there. And in Hyperscape, because of the way restores work and because of the way the Echo system works, no squad is ever completely out until they are fully wiped. 1 person can easily bring back 2, and there's no armor. There's no once you're back alive, you're at full health essentially.
You're ready to rock.
You can easily pick up hacks and weapons and get right back to it.
I'm gonna be curious to see if any of our creators are like feeling strong enough that like maybe they don't go for clean wipes every time, but then try to try to sort of
farm kills.
Yeah, just like lure the other team into be like, okay, they're gonna try to get back, then try to get back in it. But when they come back, they're gonna need to pick up weapons before they're gonna be a threat. So that might be a way to kind of get a little edge there. But then again, they're a threat to your win, and that win, you get a point for every kill, every team kill, and then you get 15 points for that win. So if you're jeopardizing your chance of a win, I don't know if that's going to be worth it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the strat we'll see. Maybe once teams start getting more confident. But we just saw there, Chris, that Skies and his team were caught out in the decay, were left exposed. He's the only one that's made it out now, and now it's up to him to sort of try to res his teammates. They have a lot of restore points, but they're quite hot
they're
zones
occupied.
right now.
Someone else wants a piece of those restore
Ooh.
points.
It
Skies
will work
is
with
gonna
that
have to work
shotgun.
for it.
One of the things that makes the ecosystem and the restore system so interesting, I think, is that you're always going to get a lot of restore points at really hot spots because teams are fighting, they're eliminating each other. You're going to get restore points, and there's so many times where if you're a third party, if you're a fourth party, even you can kind of sneak in a restore here and there while other teams are fighting without getting noticed. If they're they're just fighting outside, maybe you're in a doorway, maybe you're inside, and you can get away without getting noticed. Sometimes the chaos can work in your favor.
I like that strategy. I like we tend to watch the action. We tend to focus on the the kills, the gunplay, but the maneuvering, the stealth, the kind of positioning, choosing your fights is equally as important to success here. Ooh, it's so fun to watch people with that shockwave.
So, I mean, we saw it right there. Gosh, like Skies picked up a finishing kill with that shockwave, and then immediately was sniped by another team, I believe, with a fully fused sniper there. But I mean, we just saw Skies was originally the only person on his team alive, rezzed both of his teammates. Now they have to try and return the favor.
It's up to Cypher to get him back, and they're counting it down. It's getting pretty close to the end game. Not a lot of teams left here, but teams like Skies keep holding on and keep rezzing. This game's gonna continue to be a dogfight.
Oh, yeah. So, and we also saw a strategy there that I'm a big fan of too. Obviously, Skies is using the Mammoth, but also Invis too, invisibility. So if you can, you see those two working together a lot because obviously the shotgun's going to do most of its damage up close and personal. So if you can use invisibility not as a way to get away, but as actually a way to get closer, get maybe right behind a team, you can do some serious damage with the shotgun. Again, fully fused, a headshot will one-shot an elimination.
Oh, Yusuf, I didn't switch over in time, but we just had a victory from one of our other teams. Rita, Jason, and the third player, Foxpax, picked up a W here with a pretty strong kill line. 29 kills across the team, plus that 15 points for the W is going to give them 44 points. Man, why am I doing math on the fly here? I'm just setting
You
myself
are correct, Chris.
Okay.
Good job.
All right, let's go back to Skies. Let's see. They are also near the end game. We got another victory there from Rita and her squad, putting up a strong match. Again, this is...
Chris, we're only half an hour into day one. We already got 2 wins from 5 of our creators that we're monitoring.
Exactly, and we are closing in here on another one. Just 5 teams left for iSkies. This is going to be a very competitive tournament. I'm very excited to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, and again, folks, remember that there are 27 different teams competing right now. They're not actually playing against each other. They are just playing in general matchmaking, and we're accumulating scores then. But we're only monitoring 5 people right now. So there are 22 other teams out there streaming right now, competing. But of course, we want you to stick around here with us. But we're checking out iSkies, Fuya, Cross Archon, Big Cheese Kit, and of course Rita.
Absolutely, and we'll be bopping around as the games get heated, just trying to sort of give you folks the best of the action here, and definitely iSkies, woof, finishing
Chris,
off that team.
what's that kill count up to?
On their team?
On for Skies,
For
personally.
Skies? I'm seeing, which one is that? The skull at the top, right?
Yes.
That's a 14.
14 kills from Skies.
That is a 14, so he is doing the business.
Yeah, so if you're taking a look at the top right-hand corner, the first number you see there on the far left is total number of squads left. The second number is eliminations by the specific player. Third number is assists, and then the final number is restores.
Here we are, down to the last 2 teams. The last sector is going to be closing in about 24 seconds. But it looks like these guys want to pursue and go for the win just on brute strength. And considering how well they've been working and taking out teams, I don't blame them.
Yeah, taking a peek over too at Fuya's stream, Chris. I know it looks like her team is down to the wire too. One of the final squads there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go over to her next, but I cannot switch away right here, Yusuf. It's the last match.
Oh no, there's so much going on. Fighting in the decay too. At this phase of the game too, that's gonna do a lot of damage. You don't want to get caught out there. Ooh, these guys just barely get out.
Man,
in that heal. Ooh, see the heal there, very clutch. Comboed with the invisibility allows guys to just kind of stand out in the open and get some heals.
Oh, now he's gonna go for the crown.
Oh, going for the crown.
Oh, not when he's got a target in his sights.
No.
Going in. Really gonna get him. Engaging there with high distortion. Cypher watching the crown up top. This is down to it. And I like to see the crown spawn inside of a big space like this. A lot of the times, you know, our last crown win with Fuya, we saw her on the rooftops. Here you're going to see this interior battle with a lot of different kind of structural considerations and a lot of different space to play in.
Grab the crown, he has to push us.
All right, so they're going for the crown, and they seem to want to go for the crown at least. What's worth noting too, Chris, you know, I mentioned that when we saw Fuya grab it, she was still being offensive, still trying to, you know, get her shots in and everything, not just trying to play keep away. The other reason to incentivize that too is actually while you're holding the crown, your cooldowns have a 50% increase. So you're not going to be able to just spam your hacks. You're not going to be able to use them as much while you're carrying the crown.
Oh man, so close. Got him!
They eliminated the crown carrier, picked it up for good measure at the end, and got the kill. Or got the win, rather.
All right, let's stack up the points. Let's see how this team did. 16 plus 5 plus 16. We're at 27 kill points. Plus that extra 15 takes us to 42. Not the strongest point victory we've seen, but like you said, Yusuf, we're still earlier in the period. Let's go ahead and just pop in on these tournament rules here and give you folks a look at who's talking in your ear. I'm Chris, he's Yusuf. Yusuf, give us the breakdown of the rules.
Yeah, so basically each team will be playing for a 2-hour period from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Their 3 highest scoring games will be totaled, will be calculated, and that'll sort of place them on the leaderboards. And each week, across 3 weeks of tournament play, they will we'll aggregate those scores, and again at the end of the finals on August 14th, the team with the top score will come out on top, winning all the prize pool. But you're seeing here 1 point per kill with no kill limit in the match for the entire squad, and then 15 points for a win. We've already had 3 wins come out today, so these competitors mean business. Right now, we have Fuya with a 40-point game, we have iSkies with a 42-point game, and Rita with a 44-point game.
And speaking of Fuya, she is down to the last 4 teams over here.
Katie, is there any safe
as the
ones?
sector is closing, we're going to go on with her and see what she is up to, as she goes for another win in this period. And yeah, what are we seeing here? That Riot won again, and also the Protocol, but they're fighting in some decay situations, so this could get a little hairy pretty soon.
Yeah, the sector is closing in 20 seconds here. Whenever you're in a sector that is starting to decay, Hyper Scape will throw up a little icon for you. You see a little sort of like running man icon there that tells you which direction is the closest to get to zone.
He's half health.
Yeah, I know. But
So you can see very close.
What do you do when a mine is following you, Yusuf? Do you just try to outrun it? She made it around
So
the corner.
there's a few things you can do, and the mine's been reworked quite a bit, readjusted, balanced. You can. It depends, what my hacks are. If I have armor, sometimes I'll just pop the armor and just take it.
I'm dead.
You can actually shoot it as it's coming to you. You can destroy the mine if you see it out in the open. If you see it on its way to you, or you can try and juke it if possible.
All right, this one didn't turn into a victory for Fuya and her squad, but they tallied 11, 7, and 6 kills, so just about another 24 points to their total.
The points aren't. It's not every single match, so it's only your top 3 matches. So if a team gets 3 wins within these 2 hours, you got to think that those will be the matches that they employ. So that 24-point match, while again nothing to be ashamed of, might not be the final match that Fuya decides to go with.
Oh sure, you want to get your top. You want to just go for the top of the pops, man. You got to get those points.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's money on the line here, people. First place.
All right, so we got
Gonna get you
Skies.
20K.
We got Skies dropping in. We got Looks like
Big
Cross
Cheese Kid
and
dropping in over
Rita.
here.
Let's check out Big Cheese.
Let's see what these guys are going to get up to here. This is Big Cheese Kit and his team. We got Spaceman Vic and Technical along for the ride.
Looks like they're a bit down. Looks like Technical is missing. We got a duo here from Big Cheese Kit.
All right, well, he's going to try to make it work with 2 and try to get some points, put up some score.
I mean, you could definitely still win, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna most likely hurt in the final kill count.
All right, Yusuf. Here's a question. This is very important. Currently, we're seeing a lot of some different melee weapons come out here. Axe or sword,
right?
Or like traditional baton. What's your vibe?
So I actually on my personal account I go with, I forget the exact name of it, but it's sort of more of a dagger. I was using like a katana style weapon for a while. I found this sort of like it almost looks like an assassin dagger that I really like, so I've been rolling with that.
Nice. I like it. I think Big Cheese Kit is rocking the axe here. I like the axe for when you're going into buildings. You're using that melee weapon to break the barriers, as we just saw him here. It's a quieter way to get through there, though in a pinch, use those bullets, get where you need to get to. I just like the idea of the firefighter vibe of chopping your way in.
That's fair. I like that. There is so the axe, we saw Big Cheese Kit using there was from the technical test open beta battle pass, which was, or excuse me, the technical test battle pass, which was free at the time. The open beta battle pass, also free, also features an axe if you didn't get into the technical test.
I need to get me an axe. All right, so kitting up earlier here. This is sort of the loot phase. They haven't taken any engagements yet. What's your priority at this point, Yusuf? Are you looking for obviously you want to get the weapons you want, but at what point are you kind of just like, well, I found 3 harpies in one building. That's going to be my best move to go for right now until I can put something different together.
Well, I think that's one of the strengths of Hyper Scape, Chris, is that because of the way fusion works, because when you pick up a hack or a weapon, you're only, most often than not, you're getting the tier 1 level 1 version of it. A few times, in rare cases, you might pick up a fully fused version of something right away. Mm-hmm. But because you're always going to be trying to improving your loadout, which you already have, at least at the very beginning of the game, you want to keep moving. You're never going to be content to just drop in one building and have everything there. So at this phase, for Big Cheese, you see a level 2 Skybreaker, a level 3, in this case, D-Tap. He's going to want to keep improving on those. He's going to want to keep building them out.
Yep, I put mine up there.
It's also worth noting, too, Mine and Shockwave as hacks, both of those, as you fuse them, will decrease their cooldowns. But on Final Fusion, once they finally level up all the way, they'll both do more damage as well.
Ooh, we just saw that nice Skybreaker into D-Tap finish coming down from above by Big Cheese Kit. So powerful. That's if you time it right, if you get your approach right, you can wipe someone out real quick. And so that's why you always got to be on your toes.
Oh yeah. Big fan of the D-Tap too. If it's, as you can tell, there's a square on screen. If an enemy is in that square within a certain range, the D-Tap will lock on. The bullets will automatically hit as long as there's line of sight.
Wait, it's not maxed out. Yay!
All right, while we see Big Cheese Kid continuing to loot here, we're going to go and check in on Cross Archon, who has just finished up an engagement with that Harpy, with that Hexfire, and seems to be pursuing some more foes down on the other side of the building. His team is engaged.
He's got to have a team.
Cross Archon joined by Game Addict and Lyra in the Hyper Scape Creators Cup tournament here.
Fully fused Hexfire now, which will up the damage per shot from 3 to 4. Oh, but
he's
Cross
not
gets
having
rid of
it.
it for
He
a
wants to
Ripper.
mix it up.
Must have heard me.
Yeah. Oh, teammates catching some flack. Can get around the building. Yep, and we're seeing this Harpy that Yusuf was talking about earlier. Submachine gun, but can do good mid-range work if you've got this. If you got the aim control for it.
Yeah, and does decent damage, high rate of fire. It's it's a between the Hexfire and the Ripper in terms of rate of fire and damage. So before it's fused all the way, it'll do 7 damage for a body shot, which again is pretty decent if you can lay the whole clip into someone.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shots coming out. You put them into a body. That damage is going to add up quick.
Yeah, the Harpy is one of those weapons, again, like the Hexfire, like the Ripper, like the D-Tap, like so many that increase their magazine size as you fuse them. And then the final fusion of basically every weapon will give you increased damage as well.
Every little bit helps. You want to get that damage. You want to get that that little edge.
Oh, I can't tell you the number of times I've just seen someone get away with a sliver of health, and if I was just doing one more damage per shot, that wouldn't have been the case. You're seeing too from Cross's team here, pings coming out because what they're doing is they're monitoring each other's loadouts. You can see on the bottom left there that you can see your teammates' loadout. You can see what hacks they're building, what weapons they're building, and it's so important to call those out as you come across them.
I mean, that's the difference. That can make the difference between your teammates having fully fused weapons as well, and just being that much more effective in the fight. Speaking of a fight, we've got Big Cheese Kit in a low gravity event, chasing someone down up and over the wall, and chasing him down with that deep tap.
Ooh.
Taking care of business right there.
No, please, no, please.
So you saw there, Big Cheese used the slam to get around the wall there. Ooh, unfortunately. Looks like the had a little trouble there with the match. Are we're back with Cross?
We're back with Cross. Cross continuing to loot, getting the pings for where they want to head from the team, and yeah, doing that that rooftop to rooftop movement. You see a lot of that because you get a lot of visibility up on top, and especially if you have that Skybreaker, you can put down that damage, jump down on them. But of course, rooftop is not necessarily where the hacks and the weapons are, so you gotta get down to the ground level if you want to keep powering up your loadout.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much interplay between whether you're on the rooftops or in the streets. If you're on the rooftops, obviously you have a vantage point. High ground is always going to be important, but you're going to be more exposed as well. Like you could see here as they're looking on towards Red Tiger. Anyone on the roof there is going to be able to pick them off if they're a good enough sniper shot. And so while you might feel like people have the drop on you while you're running through the streets in between buildings, you're also going to have more cover that way.
That's true. Ducking into a building can definitely save your life.
Yeah, you want to be able to easily travel between high and low, which makes something like Slam a really good hack to have. Teleport, Shockwave. In my opinion, you often want at least one mobility hack.
Gotta stay mobile. Here we have Fuya and her team up on top, doing some looting, taking those protocol shots, and really trying to command the upper view here as they heal up. Again, a lot of gold, a lot of fully fused weapons and hacks on this squad, which bodes well for their survivability and their killing potential.
Yeah, I gotta say, Fuya might be one of the best shots I've seen.
Oh yeah, get that protocol out. Oh, that one was a tough shot.
For folks who don't know too, the protocol is a hit scan weapon, which means it's point and shoot, no need to lead. There is no bullet travel time. As soon as if someone is in your crosshairs while you shoot, they will be hit.
There's people fighting here.
If you click on them, they're gonna get got, and if you click on their head, oof, even more effective.
Exactly. Ooh, body shot there.
Tagged him. Just scanning the rooftops, control on top of this this monument, this major landmark.
One of the strats I think is really important because you're seeing here, Fuya has the mine and Slam. So Slam's obviously being used for traversal. If people get a little bit closer, it can be used offensively too. But when I'm sniping, I always like to put up a mine to sort of cover my back. At the very least, it's almost an alarm, a detection for people coming up on you from behind. But best case scenario, it'll knock off 50 to 75 damage for you if it hits.
Oh yeah, you can get the damage all the better. But even the knowledge that someone's coming on your tail, that's going to give you a little edge if you can act to take advantage of it. Cool.
Y'all getting shot from here.
Team is engaged on another rooftop. She's just trying to track people coming up. And now moving in with that Riot 1. Infinite ammo event here, so all the bullets can come out with no need to worry. Chasing him off the rooftop there.
Unfortunately, it doesn't help with magazine size, so rocking the Riot 1 and the protocol still means you have to reload.
Still gonna have to reload.
Yeah, they're both fairly small, ammo capacities overall, so infinite ammo definitely helps.
Katie, I'm with you.
And actually, it looks like we have Rita and Fuya are in the same match because I'm seeing, we're seeing Katie
In here.
actually they are in a fight together. This is two of our creators fighting.
God,
this
is awesome.
is Fuya fighting Rita's team in close quarters. That's two of them down. It's Foxpax, the only remaining member of their team. While Fuya's team is at full strength, Foxpax trying to make her escape out the window. Fuya's on her tail. I gotta say, watching these two streams side by side, in my view, is pretty trippy. Sorry, can't show it to you that way, folks. But yeah, now it looks like Fuya's team has engaged with. Oh no, they're still on her tail. Yep, they're engaging with another team though, because that's a second kill on a member of their team. So they're just continuing to do work in the same match as one of our other competitors.
It looks like Foxpack may have gotten away, and is looking now for restore points for Team Rita.
Yeah, and let's
Team
see.
Fuya though came out on top. They again, they fought indoors for most of it there, and you saw the heals come out indoors, which is just going to help us sustain so much.
He's in that building. He was gonna go revive.
Yep, they're definitely trying to get this revive, but even as the sector decays, Fox is running. Fuya and her team are in pursuit. And this is a little tense. Let's see what's happening. How this is happening from Rita's perspective. She is actually running as the ghost, coming up onto this big structure that you know, we see that Fuya is also coming towards.
Yeah, so I mean, Red Tiger is the center of the map. It's a safe bet that being the center, being a hot point, being in one of the main locations, that it's always going to have restore points. But how out in the open, how safe those restore points are is always going to be different, and usually it's not very safe.
Not very safe, and we're back on with Fuya. She's breaking off that engagement to go back and support her team. It looks like, and they've got two down on that one team that they were fighting there. No revives yet from Team Rita as they continue to try to avoid all the action that's happening around here. Things are heated. As 7
you see that heal there is so important. Don't be afraid to, folks. If you're playing yourself, don't be afraid to slam indoors. You know, slam shoots you, launches you so high up into the air when you're outside. But when you're inside, you'll only go as high as the ceiling, so you can actually come down pretty quickly. And when things are inside, when people are jumping around, teleporting around, it can be hard to keep track of them. Slam is a nice big old AOE damage dealer that you can do. That's it's not going to do a ton of damage, but it'll certainly help.
I think we were just saw some indoor slamming happening there, but now we also have Rita has revived. Her team is back up to full strength following some heroic restoring by Foxpax, who's now taking a lot of heat. Of course, the other team, Rita and her teammates, are trying to get geared up so they can have some teeth in this fight to come, because things have not cooled down around here.
I mean, we said it before, Chris. You are never out until your entire team is wiped. Getting down to one person, just the way you can pick up hacks, the way you can pick up weapons, especially as the game progresses, you're going to find more fully fused ones as people get eliminated. You can get back to full strength very easily.
Yeah, we got Rita here with the salvo grenade launcher and that skybreaker. Really big splash damage type weapons, but her team's managing to pick up kills. Another team is whittled down. Yeah, as this match continues to heat up, pitting two of our Hyper Scape Creators Cup captains against each other. We're watching Rita, Foxpax, and Sin. The other team, Fuya, Katie, and Catzilla, also in this match. We're going to see how this one ends, Yusuf.
Yeah, 5 squads left, and we're watching 2 of them.
That invisibility coming out. Oh, uh-oh, she's feeling the heat. No, then that's Fox down. I don't think that was the work of Team Fuya, but nope, it definitely was.
Oh, yeah, Katie coming in there, eliminating Rita.
Outside as well.
And now back in this. Let's see how this looks from Fuya's point of view as they try to finish off Team Rita and also other teams that are around there for sure. Wow, they are picking up kills. This is a team to contend with for sure.
They might be, my favorites from what I've watched so far, at least from these 5 teams.
That's in the zone,
Yep. Now we're seeing
two of them.
Rita's team desperately trying to come out of the zone, but that's Katie picking up the kill on Foxpax TV. Rita, let's
On
take
me,
a
on me.
quick look at her scoreboard at the end. 13 and 8 kills. That's just a 21 points. Probably not going to be one of their best
Bobby, Katie,
rounds,
right here.
but Team Fuya is still at it.
2 skybreakers.
What?
Oh,
Katie, come here. I can actually pick
one
you
of
up
their
here.
squad mates down. She's
Yeah,
going to
you're
go
right,
for the
you're right.
revive in the
My
zone.
reveal, bro.
He's resting on my
Oh,
body.
Yeah.
danger.
And I can't get out of this building.
Yeah, I shot it. We shot it.
So this is the reveal event too. Everyone can that's in a close proximity to you can see your location.
Everyone
So
knows your
going
business.
out into the zone to try to get the restore. Restore points. It's worth noting. Restore points will not survive the decay unless they are unless the kill happens after the decay has already taken place. So that's why you see that restore point out there.
The decay will kind of wipe it, but if it happens after that wipe, it'll still be there. And
Exactly.
Looks
But
like,
again, it's very risky.
yeah,
You're out in the
heal
open, you're
perk
taking
definitely
damage.
helps. Heal hack definitely helps, but okay, now chasing this team through the decay, throwing out mines just to add a little extra distraction, a little extra damage maybe.
That was the guy that killed
Sorry. There's your loot. There's your ish.
Fuya's team must be doing a great job of communicating because, as you can see, they are all fully fused. They're calling out to each other to get the right hacks, to get the right weapons. Ooh, Crown is about to spawn too.
The Crown is about to spawn. This will be our second look at Fuya, Katie, and Catzilla getting a shot at the Crown during the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. This is the inaugural Friday of this event, folks, and it's going to be going 2 more Fridays with the chance for the winning team to take home $20K and the top 5 finishing teams take home their share of a $50,000
Katie,
prize pack.
Oh, I got the crown.
Right, so
Prize
Fuya
pack makes it
picked up
sound
the
like
crown.
prize pack makes it sound like we're giving away snowmobiles. It's just money, folks.
Ooh, a beautiful shot there
That
coming
was
out from Fuya.
Okay, she's got the crown. 25 seconds.
Still
I need
fighting,
heal, I
too.
need
You
heal.
love to see it, Chris. Don't be passive, folks, just because you have the crown.
The
Especially
aggression
when you're hitting
down to the
shots like
last 2
this.
squads. Lots of you got your pick of the litter there when it comes to fully fused hacks.
Where's the bad guy?
Well, are they gonna be able to come in? Are they gonna? Is there gonna
Trying
be a
to
last
communicate.
push coming in here?
5 seconds left, Chris.
Ooh, just the team is picking up another kill.
Yo, let's
More
go, baby.
points, and that's another W for Fuya, Catzilla, and
15
Katie.
added points right there with 11 kills from Fuya.
Oh my god.
27 kills from Katie? Are you kidding me?
Goodness.
27
What
kills?
the hell? What's? I was gonna say what's 38 plus 7?
All right, this is. I don't even know if I can count this high, Chris. This is a new level of math for me.
Wow, the kill leader by far in the matches that we have seen. Katie clocking 27 in that victory from Fuya's team. That's definitely going to be one they are going to want to hang on to. All right, let's go
That's a
into.
60-point
Gonna
game.
follow for the crispy shots I saw on mainstream.
You got to bring it if you want to win, folks. Again, here is your prize pool. Breakdown from first place all the way through 5th place and a pool of 27 team captains. The Hyper Scape Creators Cup. You're watching. I'm Chris. He's Yusuf. Yusuf, we're going to be here for the next 2 Fridays and for about another hour as we bop between teams that are vying for first place.
Yeah, not the next 2 Fridays, to be fair. We'll be here next Friday on July 31st, and then we'll be taking a 1-week break, and then coming back August 14th.
Are you saying I don't know how to read a calendar, Yusuf?
Chris, I'm implying strongly that you don't know how to read a calendar.
Well, you're giving him the right information, which is all that really matters, not who can or can't read a calendar. All right, let's go back and check in with Ice Guys. He's on top. He's definitely the hot call-outs coming as they are pursuing hot on someone's heels here, using that invisibility hack to move around.
Yeah, I think we're learning a lot about how Skies likes to play at this point. We're seeing the Mammoth, of course, and then Invisibility. It's 2 just super powerful things to combo with. We saw right there using that Invis. Oh, beautiful shot there. But using the Invis to getting close. Yeah, it's worth noting. So the ball hack is a great way to shield some damage and try to make an escape, but it can be broken. It is not like the armor hack. The armor hack makes you invulnerable for however long the ability is active, but the ball can be destroyed.
You are not safe in your bouncy ball, even though you're probably having a good old time.
Just bouncing along on the ball is definitely a very good time.
I don't know, man. You see these people bouncing up super high, bouncing down alleys. I feel like it's just good that like motion sickness is not a mechanic in game.
Combo low grav event with a ball. Oof.
You're going to be spending some time airborne for sure. We got Cross Archon over here. We're going to hop in, doing some work with the Harpy, taking out a mine there, trying to get out the window. He's definitely low on health and using that invisibility to try to remaneuver, get his teammates to get his back. Nice. And now it looks like teammate was able to go ahead and pick up the kill there. It's Cross Archon, Game Addict, and Lyra here making up this fight, although they might have had a sub here based on the sheet that I'm looking on and the names I'm seeing on screen, so can't say for 100% sure. But there, Cross gets knocked down. This is a look at the Echo form that you're in. You can like run around and tag stuff for your teammates, but it looks like, oh, his last remaining teammate is on very little health.
It's so hard to come back to when you have an entire team chasing you. It looks like one teammate is on a restore point.
I think they're rezzing inside.
Thinks they're rezzing inside. Edgar Allan Pong, I think I'm seeing, is definitely getting their health back. And there are some restore points out here in the street. Definitely kind of a hot zone for that kind of thing. So we'll check back in with them and see if they manage to restore in a timely fashion. Let's go check in with Rita, her and her team chasing out of a decaying zone as the sector is closing. They've got a little ways to go, but and they're a little pursued. They're taking some heat, so Rita's gonna pop that invisibility and try to make their way. Because again, once you stay in that zone too long, it's gonna start doing damage, and that damage can add up. All the buildings went away.
I mean, the damage, we're still, 22 teams, 23 teams left. The damage isn't going to be insane right now from the zone. You can see it's doing a bit, but the bigger risk, of course, is just being out exposed, being out in the open.
They're in the haste event, chasing their way back into another sector, and we're actually going to check back in with Cross Archon, who has gotten revived. Both him and his other down teammate, they are back in the fight. With 10 squads left, so great durability, great use of the fusing, of the restore points, and nice little luring someone into that doorway to hit him with Skybreaker there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw there too, just dropping the heal as you're looting. Again, if you're going to be standing in one point at any time, having a heal is always a good idea. Just to, even if you're standing on a rooftop trying to snipe, drop a heal. Why not?
Yeah, it's got a pretty solid radius, so you're definitely not a sitting duck by any measure. You can be moving around, you can stay agile in that heal spot to try and increase your survivability.
Pretty short cooldown too, especially when fully fused. You can essentially just chain them together. By the time one expires, you'll basically be able to put it down again. One of my favorite strats by far is if I'm in a building and if I know people are coming, I hear footsteps, to just preemptively drop that heal so that when we do fight again, you could just sustain just a little bit longer than they can.
Yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of that little bolster to help, and any edge you can get is an edge you want.
So your health pool is 120 in Hyperscape, but if you drop that heal and use it effectively, you can take 130 damage and still survive.
Ooh, using that slam to get up to the top. Love that Skybreaker. I mean, it's right there in the name, Sky. Shooting that from up on high is going to give you a great chance to hit with that splash damage. But oh man, chewed up there really quickly by a harpy, maybe a pair of harpies.
Nice.
But it looks like his teammates are still engaged.
Ooh, we got a victory coming out from Team Skies, Chris.
Team Skies with a win. Let's take a look at those stats real quick. 10, 13, and 9. What do you got? 23 to 32. 32 points plus the win is 47. A solid showing from Team Skies. Team iSkies there. All right, we're back with Cross Archon.
Quick math coming out from Chris.
Still fighting. I got some arithmetic chops every once in a while. Again, great restore work from Cross Archon and his squad. Because they're back up and running. He's got his fully fused Skybreaker back. I know he's happy about that.
Fully fused Ripper too.
This was one that you said you enjoyed, right, Yusuf? The Skybreaker Ripper combo?
Skybreaker Ripper, yeah. I really, really like it. Again, lower rate of fire on the Ripper than something like a Hexfire or a Harpy, but what you're trading for rate of fire, you're taking in accuracy and damage, to be honest, because at fully fused, it'll do 13 damage per body shot. I forget what the headshot is exactly when fully fused, but it's you'd be surprised how far you can hit shots from with the Ripper. I like it as my long range weapon a lot of times, where I'm not maybe trying to get a kill from super far away, but I can put some damage in for if a team is as I'm third partying a team as we're sort of closing in the distance, because it can do some serious work from range.
And we see here Cross Archon rocking the baton. We were doing the sort of sword versus axe debate.
I gotta say, in my opinion, the baton, the least swaggy of all of the melee items. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
There's something about the clonk. There's something about like I'm just bonking you over the head with a stick that is like there's definitely this kind of brute swagger to it.
Yo, you're 1 HP, dropping heals.
Yeah, I can see that. There is the in-game shop is also online right now too, and there are like clubs and bats that I've seen there too. So if you're going blunt, I think you can get a little bit more swaggy than the baton for sure.
Talk to me when there's a large fish. Here we see
large fish. Okay, all right.
Here we see a little rooftop engagement here from Cross Archon and his squad, getting those heals, and it seems like there's maybe a little disengage there, but new event coming up, the Haste event. This, of course, voted on by the viewers on Cross Archon's channel, as well as the channels of anyone else in that match who happened to be streaming through the Chromecast or Crowncast Twitch extension, to help mix things up on the way the chase to the crown here in Hyper Scape.
One of the things I want to point out too, we just saw, we see that Cross has a fully fused Skybreaker and Ripper, and there was a fully fused Ripper right next to him at one point. Now, there's sort of two schools of thought on this, Chris, where if you're fully fused and you pick up another duplicate version of that weapon, it'll just basically refill your ammo and magazine. But there's also, a lot of times it might seem like it's not worth it. But a lot of times, if you're picking that up, you're taking it away from another player. And again, if it's the enemy team and you know that no one on your team is going to want it, by all means, pick that up again and just deny the enemy team the option to pick up a fully fused Riot One or Ripper themselves. But at the same time, if your teammate is down, you pick that up, you're taking a weapon away from them, so that when you actually do res them, they're not going to have anything to work with.
Yeah, that's tricky, and it's also totally situational. If you're heading out of a sector that's closing, that's a different calculation than if you're just engaging in a fight, than if you're just finished one. It depends on how your team is doing, etc., etc. All right, let's see who else we have going here. We've got Big Cheese Kid is in a fight over here with that D-tap, just rocking the two-man squad with his teammate, Spaceman Vic.
How far do you travel?
Getting chased by that mine, and is going to end up eating it before he can slam up to the rooftop.
It's not end of the world, if you take a mine to the face, as long as you're not also in an engagement.
Unless he's not, you don't get immediately engaged. Oh no, there's one on the street too.
Oh.
That's just a bad situation to find yourself in. Teammate on the street and one chasing you from the rooftop. You're getting it from above and below. Not great for the old survivability.
Spaceman Vic also going down there.
Tough rounds, pretty early on there for Cheese Kit, and also going as a two-man. Definitely want to try to get that third one in there to compete. Here we got back on with Cross, who is engaging. Oh, boom! The close range Skybreaker, but then that slam to get away, and the slam to pursue. Takes you to the rooftops.
Yep.
I mean, that's always a really good strat too. Anytime you're fighting with someone and you're trying to chase, this isn't actually what we just saw there, because as you can see, Cross is using teleport. But if you're fighting with someone and they go for a slam, one of the best things you can do is immediately follow up with your own slam, because one, it will make sure that you're up in the air by the time they come down, so they're not going to be able to do damage to you. But two, it allows you to follow them. Like, if they're going to land from their slam, and if you can follow it up and land right on them, you're going to be the one that deals the damage.
Ooh, this is some heated indoor chase, back outdoor. Tried to land the Skybreaker shot, but it's not going to happen, and he's down to his last little bit of health. Great pursuit by his foes there to take down Cross Archon. And so we're going to wait and see if their vaunted restore capabilities from their previous match can still hang in there. Or maybe it's the current match. I mean, they're down to 2 teams. We got to see if they're able to get back into it here, because they are the last team. I don't know if they're going to be doing it. It's down to 1. This is.
I mean, you're only seeing half a loadout there.
That's true. Someone who came back from the restore. And it looks like they're going to be eliminated in the 2nd place spot. Let's take a look at what they managed to take home point-wise. That's 11 plus 2, 13. Not the strongest. They're getting warmed up. They're going to have to do a little better than that if they want to compete with some of the victors we've seen so far. Speaking of which, let's go back on with Fuya and her team pursuing with a Skybreaker. And boom, landing that shot
Beautiful
from
shot.
quite a distance away. Nicely done. And looking to loot.
No. He was fighting someone.
A Skybreaker kill is so satisfying. Like, you know, for a big old weapon that deals a lot of damage, you actually don't see that many of them because it typically, you know, from full health, it can't eliminate anyone. So, you know, typically you see it coming in from people who are already damaged, who have already been taking shots. It's just so nice.
Here we go, and they've got 12 folks left here. And just a reminder, folks, about what you're watching and what is at stake here. Here are the tournament rules. The teams compete within a 2-hour period on 3 competition days, this one being the first. We're tracking the scores. We'll have the leaderboard updates for you next week. The points are based on 1 point per kill and 15 points for a match win. They're going to take the top 3 matches from a given competition day, and that'll be their score going into the next week. Also, hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Yusuf.
We just wanted to check in occasionally and let you folks know whose voices you're hearing as we drop between the different competitors' streams here. And we're going to go ahead and hop in with Fuya on the rooftop. What's happening up here?
Probably disappeared.
Ooh, looks like they were in pursuit of someone who got away.
It's worth noting too, Chris, that I think it's so important to emphasize that it is your top 3 matches. So, you know, we've seen some less than ideal matches coming out from some competitors. That's okay. That doesn't matter. You have 2 hours to just put 3 good things on tape. 3 high scoring, high point games on tape.
And
that's plenty of time.
We've got one in the end game here. This is Rita and her team. Rita is down and hoping for a restore. 2 of her teammates are still alive, but the crown has spawned, and now she is just chasing the crown bearer, given the intel on where they are at. It'll be interesting to see now if they go for the res or if they just kind of try for the fight. Oh,
it's such a delicate balance. Like you're seeing here, they're going for the res, but at a certain point, especially when it's down here, and well, no one has the crown right now, so time is not necessarily an issue. But at a certain point, you have to wonder when it's down this much, is it going to be worth it to have your team sacrifice some time to come restore you, or do you trust them to try to finish off the other team?
There it is, the finish. Oh, nicely done, Rita's team picking up the victory. Let's see how those points landed. 14 for Foxpax, 1 for Rita, 10 for Jason. That's 25 plus the 15 for the win. That's a 40-point game. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Came back.
Throw that on the 44-point game that Team Rita already had, and you know, they're sitting potentially at least 84 points right now.
Ooh, nice slam, and then follow up with the Ripper there by Cross Archon. We're back on with this squad. It's still very early going. There are 29 teams out of the starting of 33 left, so early engagements here, and it looks like they went Cross Archon's way.
Yeah, I have a slam too.
Oh, you know what? Rita also did have a 21-point game, so Team Rita is over 100 points already. Not a bad first day, even if they don't get any more wins, but they still have plenty of time. There's still about 50 minutes.
They are putting in the work, and they have about 50 minutes left, as Yusuf said. And, yeah, they're probably going to want to strive for a higher one into the 30s and 40s to replace that 20.1. But, hey, any points are helpful.
I think we might want to check back in with Fuya, Chris. It looks like
let's
our
do
team's
it.
getting down to the wire.
Another
That's
hyper-
right. We're just into
walk right into
9
that door.
teams here. Little engagements happening here. Obviously, you see the result of that. The fully fused Skybreaker, which I think Fuya picks up to just deny anyone else who may be taking a fancy to it as they push in here to engage. Oh, landing some nice
Those
long
Riot
distance.
one-shots, man. Gosh,
Nice
that's that stuff I do like, Chris.
And pursuing Catzilla with a nice snipe there to finish up that team. Woof. It looks like their infinite ammo event is coming to a close.
We should ignore this team. They're like too far away.
The shots. The right one just, it has a nice kick to it, you know? It has a
I got
nice
on the roof. I got on the roof.
Oh, we're
It's a
not-
technical term.
It's got that.
I guess you and Cat would try.
But the thing, we mentioned this a little bit earlier, Chris, and the thing that I think is so important is to, the snipe coming in, eliminating Fuya. Team is still up though, can probably get a res. But it's so important in Hyperscape to be able to be willing at least to swap out your loadout on the fly. Just because you love a sniper Riot 1 doesn't necessarily mean if a fight's indoors doesn't mean you shouldn't switch. Doesn't mean if there's a shotgun sitting right there that you can't switch to that, use it for the time being, use it for that engagement, switch right back.
And that's one of the things that I also have seen folks do very effectively is like if you come across a mine, pick up the mine hack, throw down the mine, pick up your other hack again. That mine's going to persist. It's not going to wipe just because you switch back to another hack. So you can almost do, with certain of these hacks, it would probably work with a wall too, you can kind of like multiply your hack presence if the situation is right.
Yeah, I mean, and we actually see that a lot with heals coming out. So someone will drop a heal. Oh,
sorry, I went on with Ice Guys because they were in a hot engagement here, but it did not go their way. Oh, Ice Guys got bopped here and then eliminated. Let's see, that's not going to be a real high-scoring game for them. Let's head back over to one of our other competitors here. We got Cross Archon running along the rooftops, and down now, doing a little looting here as 16 players remain. 16.
Yeah, what I was gonna say there, Chris, is that you mentioned dropping hacks and then swapping them out. That works for any persistent hack. So it works for a mine, it works for a wall, it works for a heal. So you can have one heal hack essentially used by all of your teammates and have them drop it all at one time. So you pick up the heal, you deploy it, immediately swap it out for something else, have a teammate pick it back up, drop their heal, swap it out again, and so you can cover. Again, it takes a lot of coordination to do, but you theoretically could cover almost an entire building that way.
I like it. I like the multiplications, and now I like this pursuit here from Cross Archon. Not going to chase over the edge just yet. Going to wait for his team to catch up. Maybe they're not quite all together, but he's taking shots at this ball. Going to break through that thing, and then still put some nice ripper shots on. Wow, that was great aim, great follow through on that kill.
I killed the other guy. Yeah, it was only a team of 2.
Looks like Team Fuya just wrapped up a match where they did not win, but they picked up 25 points just from kills alone, thanks to 17 coming out from Katie.
Katie, one of the star slayers here in our inaugural day of our Hyper Scape Creators Cup competition. We saw her with a 27-kill match earlier, propelling her team. I believe it was into the 60-point range or something with all the other her other team kills. That's Fuya as the team captain, and we're sort of hopping between different creators today. On subsequent broadcasts, we'll be hopping between the top 5 in the leaderboard standings. Of course, with today being the first competition day, it's anyone's game.
Another invis sniper, maybe? I don't know. I don't hear him.
Okay, cross rolling with that loadout I love so much, the Skybreaker Ripper Slam Heal. Such a solid overall loadout.
Yeah, but
Again, don't be afraid to slam indoors, people.
Don't be afraid to slam indoors. If there's one thing you take away here, folks, from Yusuf's advice, don't be afraid to slam indoors. It might put you on the path, if you're in this tournament, to part of our $50,000 prize pool. Here's a look at the breakdown. Each team, the top 5 teams, will earn their share of the pool. That's what's at stake here in the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. Yusuf and Chris here from the Ubisoft news team, bopping along between a couple of our competitors, seeing what's up. And you know what? I want to check in with Fuya real quick because she's dropping in, and we haven't seen a drop yet in this stream. Obviously, people have been dropping, but the drop choice can be so impactful on how your match goes.
Absolutely, and it super depends on your level of confidence. Honestly, if you drop into any of those main landmark locations, you see Helios right there to the right. You saw Throne Hall off in the distance, Red Tiger in the center. If you drop into any of those sort of high high heat. Oh wow, what are the odds there? Fuya dropping right next to an enemy. Ooh, picks up the kill. Oh no, it seems
right near a Riot 1, so you don't want to mess around with that.
No, not at all.
Bring the heat.
But if you drop into any of those yellow landmark locations, it's going to be likely much more hot. There will likely be many more other people dropping with you, but you'll have a higher chance of finding already fused loot, fully fused things at the very beginning. Beautiful shots coming out from Fuya.
Precision shots are so pretty. Love to see them. Love to see them.
3 shots and an elimination. No more needed than that.
That's
not even picking up the fully fused sniper, just giving it as a calling it out to her teammate. That's the kind of love and friendship I need, Chris. I need that kind of support. Was that a slam kill? I love me a slam kill.
Yeah, I think so. You see that little hack icon there in the kill feed on the right-hand side going down. And this is still early on, but a lot of heat here from Fuya's team, and that's what these creators are going to be getting points for the kills they score during the competition period, and so you want to see them racking up those kills, racking up those points if they're going to really get to the top of those leaderboards for their chance at the prize money.
Yeah, you got to imagine with money on the line and every every kill being a point, you'd want to drop hot. You want to get in as many engagements as possible so you can come out on top.
I love this dome. I love being on top of the dome.
Katie, I think this is going to be another full third party.
Yeah, I'm dipping.
Cat, sorry.
And this is actually a choose to unengage from a full team rolling in to sort of fall back a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe do a little more looting. Not a lot of fully fused hacks here. Maybe going to try to get their downed teammate back. Looks like Catzilla is down.
Oh, we could res you there. On top of the building.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is so important to know when to fight, when to run away. Again, you don't want to get caught in the middle between 2 teams. I've made that mistake plenty of times.
It feels bad, man.
It's just a bad recipe. And somehow it feels like all 6 people are shooting just at you.
I'm actually going to take us over here to Big Cheese Kit's match. Him and his teammate Spaceman Vic are one of 6 teams remaining in this match. And pursuing with that fully fused D-tap, breaking away now with the protocol to kind of look along the edge of those collapsed sectors. Of course, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but if you can catch those teams coming out of the collapsed sectors, if the buildings are gone, they don't have a lot of cover, it's a great place to maybe pick up some... what was the phrase you used earlier, Yusuf? Gatekeeping? It's a great place to
gatekeep. Yes. Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, when you're closer to a zone or in a zone and someone is coming towards you, they have to go through you. At a certain point, or they have to be exposed at least. And so it's just such a good time to get some shots in because you know where they have to get to.
All right, we've also got Cross Archon down to the last 5 teams, so we might be hopping between these two. Again, I don't know if it's going to be the same match. We'll have
Are they the same match?
We'll have to wait and see if there's any kill feeds popping up. I don't think it was, but actually both Cross and Big Cheese Kit both downed in basically the same moment. So then both of them are looking for the res from their team. And here... Big Cheese Kick making the call out saying, here, come res me here. Let's take care of this guy first.
So Cross's team was eliminated.
I'm gonna stay right here on this one.
They're searching for you hard. I can see.
Cross team eliminated with just over 20 points. You know, it'll fill a slot, but it's definitely not what's going to get you to the top of the leaderboards here and get you into that running for the prize money. Let's go ahead and see how. Oh, nope, he's calling out the enemy position there. His buddy's going to be right in an engagement. He's disengaging a little bit. He left, and he wants the res so badly.
See if Spaceman Vic can get it. Technical, you know, must be out for the day.
That was the third. Yeah, that was the third teammate we saw here signed up to play as part of the Creators Cup tournament with Big Cheese Kit. But now it looks like they're in a tight spot. I hear some mine pursuit perhaps, and then we're in Decayed Zone, so that health is just going to be chipping away as Spaceman Vic makes a valiant run out of the sector to try to go somewhere else.
The dude's still behind you, though. The dude's still behind you. If you can bust with a shotgun, that dude's totally dead.
Oh yeah.
You see Cheesecake there making the call outs at least. And you know, if you're gonna be an Echo, you don't want to just immediately beeline it for the restore point and just sit on it and hope you get it revived. You want to be able to communicate with your team. Again, enemies can't see you, they have no idea you're there, but you can still ping, you can still talk on comms.
Right here.
So just remember that whenever you take someone out in Hyper Scape, that you are actively you may be being haunted by one of their echoes. And so that's why those team wipes can be so important, because you just know that you're not going to get surprised by people circling back around to res. And there we go. Big Cheese gets back up, but it's getting pretty heated, and he doesn't have a weapon. He's on the run, trying to get away from that hex fire, it sounds like, that's breathing down his neck.
Dropped a mine, though, as he was trying to get away, and it looked like it actually connected and sort of deterred his pursuer.
Yeah, that mine can that mine can be a pursuit, but can also be like a help you escape. He's right where the crown's gonna appear.
With 0 weapons and 1 hack. This is a bold strategy, Chris. Let's see if it pays off.
He's just gonna wait in the corner by his mine with an axe behind a tree.
It looks like he's potentially trying to bait the crown with his mine. Probably the smartest move given the circumstances. Not a great one still, but
let's see how they get out here. There are 4 teams left in his match. He and Spaceman Vic trying to figure out what to do.
I'm rooting for him.
He's just gonna spring out of the bushes with an axe. This is like bringing the Assassin's Creed flavor into Hyperscape right here. I want to see how this plays out.
Stealth is not often a tactic you see in Hyperscape.
Hey man, anything to give you that little edge, anything to give you a little bit more of a chance. Hopefully Vic has given him some shout outs about where he can pick up a weapon, because, you know, as slick as that axe looks, you want to get a gun.
Yeah. And, you know, I have to say, like, I'm interested to see how this works out for them, and I'm actually very invested. But given how the scoring of this tournament works, you don't get points for placing higher unless you win. So just waiting it out and sort of trying to hide while letting the other teams kill each other isn't going to help you in this case, unless you're confident you can come out with a win.
Oh, he left his bush hide, and now he's on the tail of the contender, just trying to keep pace with him at this point. Maybe throw down that mine to hassle the crown bearer as they are running. And oh yep, take the time. Oh, get a gun.
Just pick up a weapon. There we go.
Yeah, okay, he's got something going.
My wonder there was, what's Big Cheese even gonna do when they catch the crown carrier, because he didn't have any weapons.
Just really hassle him. And there we go. The team is picking up some kills, getting those third-party actions that people are pursuing. And even if he doesn't end up with the crown, if he can get a few more points out of this, that might turn this into a salvageable round for him and Spaceman Vic. Although this is super hectic inside. He's picked up the armor. That's gonna help him with this one. Oh, did that guy get outside the window? He's getting chased from behind. Oh my goodness, Yusuf. It's so stressful.
It's very tense. So the crown carrier has been eliminated. You do kind of see from, if there are multiple remaining teams left, you almost see a truce happen between enemies while everyone chases down the crown carrier, and which is definitely what we saw there. You saw multiple teams sort of ignoring each other and only going for the crown carrier. But now Big Cheese Kit is in a bit of a predicament. The crown is up for grabs. No one has gone for it just yet, but Spaceman Vic is down. It's going to be very hard in such a close quarters to try to get a restore. There are spots down for sure.
Vic was able to get the restore earlier, and looks like he's on a spot now. Big Cheesekit's going to try to make his way over there, maybe try to pick up a kill. Got the assist on that one. He's going to make his way up the building, see if he can get it. Oh yeah.
Pick up that shotgun.
Don't turn down the fully fused mammoth right there, especially. Oh yeah, taking little pot shots.
Get the restore. He's right there.
And yeah,
oh, that's a hard place to be, though.
You're right outside there on the ledge. The crown is in the possession of somebody. They are running, and now he's going to pursue the crown and leave Vic to loot as he can. Vic already taking some shots. Oh, yep. He's dropping that mine behind him.
Is this 2 squads now, Chris? Is that what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing 2. So it's just Big Cheesekit and Vic trying to make something happen. Oh, the key armor activation saves his life. Is he going to be able to take someone out? No. Ooh.
A valiant effort, I gotta say.
Absolutely.
That was close.
Gotta love the stick-to-itiveness, but those kills are not going to be enough to get those guys into the place they want to be. But that was really tense. You know, sometimes it's just about the drama. Although specifically when you're trying to win your share of this prize pool over here, it's not about the drama. It's about the kills. It's about the wins. Here's an actual look at the rules. Here again, Yusuf, lay it out for the folks.
Yeah, so there is a 2-hour play session from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. During that time, players can play as many matches as they possibly can. The top 3 highest scoring matches will be counted to their overall total, and the competition plays out across 3 days. Today, July 24th. Next week, July 31st, and then 2 weeks from then, August 14th, will be the finals. 2 hours each, top 3 games each. We will add up all of those points, and the winner will get their share of $20,000, or excuse me, $50,000. First place being $20,000.
Let's take a look at that breakdown again here. There it is. All right, we're going to go ahead and check in with iSkies, whose team is back at it. They have some, they're early on here, just looting their first stuff. Still 33 teams left. But they're engaging here. They're going to try to pick up some early kills. Oof. iSkies.
They dropped at Red Tiger.
So deadly with that mammoth shotgun. We saw him do some great work with that earlier in the stream, and he is stoked to have that in his loadout. Once again, ooh, hello. Surprise, around the corner. It's a target.
Shooting.
Oh, can he pick up?
He's armored up.
Ooh.
Oh, so close. Beautiful right one shots, though, I gotta say. It's a pleasure to watch Skies and Fuya work that right one.
Oh, for sure. The aim, so sharp. Okay, things are getting a little heated in here. The explosion's coming out inside. Some of those splash damage weapons are what you're going to not want to get into an enclosed situation with. We've seen some Skybreakers used to great effect so far in the stream, but not from Skies. Skies' preferred loadout is definitely the Riot one and the shotgun, and he's got it now as his team is pursuing another team, looking to get another high-scoring round under their belts. Ooh, found him. Peekaboo.
Again, that Invis shotgun is such a good combo.
Someone could be right next to you with a shotgun. It's mildly terrifying.
Don't whisper that, please.
All right, God, and he's just, you know, one of the things that's interesting to see is kind of the different movement styles that each of these competitors really brings. With Skies, we see he's using that slide so much, and it's just, it gives him that extra like little darting speed. It's a very quick pace of movement, and you know, a lot of players are using it, but I think Skies is one of the ones using it to the greatest effect that we've seen in this cast so far. Do you do it, Yusuf? Do you slide a lot? I bound the slide to one of my like mouse buttons because I was like, I should try to really use this a lot. It's working.
Oh yeah. So I'm a controller player. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris.
I appreciate your honesty.
But there is Hyperscape is sliding. All right, like I don't want to hear anything else. Like you're not playing this game if you're not sliding.
I'm on him. He's really low.
God, the invisible pursuit. Oh, and boom, smack dab into a wall, but no, get around the corner here, and that's not going to be a good place when Skies has that shotgun. You do not want to see him come around the corner.
No, get as much distance as you can.
I'm not going to do that right now.
So still pretty early going here with Skies and his two teammates, Cypher and High Distortion. They are definitely after those kills. Skies with the invisibility shotgun combo. We've seen it already a bunch, but now he's got 2 on him. He's using that shockwave in close proximity, not just to do damage, but also to just kind of bump the other players, disrupt them a little bit, hopefully have them miss their shots so he can get away. His health is pretty low. He does not have a heal handy. It looks like High Distortion on his team does, so we'll see if he tries to rendezvous with him to get some of those heals. Oh,
your health will eventually restore itself slowly over time. Obviously, the heal hack will speed that up. But yeah, as you were saying with the shockwave, Chris, like 1, it can do damage. 2, it'll displace your enemy, which is oftentimes the more important thing. Because if you're in a close quarters engagement, you want to disrupt their aim any way you can, especially if they're using something like a mammoth, which can be not super easy to hit with, especially if you're bouncing around.
Definitely, the speed can make landing those shots hard, but we have some very talented creators competing here in the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. This is the first competition day. There is a nice pursuit and a finish. I was just going to say, the previous kill we saw, Skies was chasing someone down a street. They turned into an alley, and Cypher was right there. Like, that's a team that's sort of coordinated movement like that, where you can just be around the corner, and that's just, I mean, that is so hard to compete against. That's a really powerful synergy.
Yeah, I think Skies turned into straight into a mammoth shot himself. Took a serious amount of damage there. Disengaged until the rest of his team could jump in as well. But God, you're just seeing some beautiful shots come in from Skies with that mammoth shotgun. It's almost unfair. I think you got to get that thing out of his hands.
Definitely something that the competitors are gonna want to do here if they hope to stay alive in this match. There's 14 teams left. Ooh, it's very heated in there. Sky's still doing pretty well on health. That Hex Fire from his opponent, pretty gnarly. Oh, but he stays focused and lands that shot, and now he's going to look to try to res once he clears the zone.
Skies is making the shotgun look really easy. I gotta say, for those watching who haven't played, it is not nearly as as easy as he makes it look. The reticle is not massive; it's fairly small. People are so sort of hard to hit, hard to track down that it's I just want to temper expectations. Don't go expecting to be as proficient right away.
Yeah, we're seeing some great competitors here, and another one, Rita here with the Skybreaker on the roof. One of the last 2 teams. The crown is about to appear, but last time we saw Rita's team in this situation, they went for the kill, and there they do it again. The crown doesn't even have a chance to spawn. It's Jason, it's Rita, and it's Foxpax.
16 kills from Rita.
Coming in.
Ooh, and Jason.
Putting up 2 16 kills. That's 33 kill points alone, plus the 15 is a 48-point round. That is a strong one. Put that one in the repertoire. Put that one in their top 3, and that's going to give them a good shot at coming away in a good position here. Now we're going to check out.
Team Rita doing very well. We got to watch some of their final matches.
Yeah, we will definitely check out. Yeah, because we are down to our last 30 minutes of competition here. So let's check out where Cross Archon's at. 23 players in this match. Going to be pursuing. Actually, we've got. I was just too slow to catch up with Skies, and another of those shotgun kills. Looks like his kill count is up to 7 now, and the reveal event showing off where his enemies are going to be as they're down to 13 here in their match. Oh, that wall.
That wall probably saved that person's life.
Or did it just prolong it?
Gosh, the long shot from the right. One, ladies and gentlemen.
Got around that wall. It'll buy you a little reprieve. Bought a little reprieve, but man.
Just delayed the inevitable.
I am getting so much false confidence in my own gameplay by watching these guys land these shots. I'm like, oh man, I could totally hit those shots.
Chris, you and I, we're gonna jump in right after this tournament. We'll Mammoth and Riot one it up, and I'm sure we'll be just as successful as guys.
Absolutely. We're just channeling the strats. They're going through my eyeballs, into my brain, out to my fingers. That's how it works, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right, we have 11 players left here, and Skies and his team at the edge of a decaying zone, looking to pick up some kills. But now just sort of pushing on past that area, up over that big wall, and into a new sector.
He's going up the lift. He went up the lift. The main lift. The main lift. The big lift.
The call-outs coming. The Riot One shots.
There he is. There he is.
Oh. God, they're tracking him so well.
Wow.
You're right
Gosh,
when you landed.
beautiful shot.
Boom.
So you saw there the call out that the enemy was on the 0G tower. That's often a place you find people, especially snipers, on the very top platform. But again, you are exposed yourself. People can come up behind you in the grab well, in the 0G gravity well as well. So you want to be careful. You want to maybe have a shotgun or a mine guarding your back. Oh, at that point too, Sky's just walking up across a helpless enemy.
Not even fair, and he's up to 10 kills, and his team is taking care of business here. High Distortion picking up one there as they continue to pad their kill count. With 9 teams left, this is looking to be a good one for Skies and his squad.
Yeah, if they can secure the victory, you have to imagine this is going to be a high-scoring game for them.
Snipers, I have him low. You went invis though.
Invisible Skies is after you. And now dealing with his own invisible, his own evading invisible quarry.
Another guy on me. Another guy on me.
But it looks like they're definitely engaged in at least one team fight. There might be more.
I got that guy. He's running away.
One of my favorite things to see, Chris. Oh God, the zone there decayed.
Wall.
Yeah, shot right through that wall. Their team is cleaning up. This feels like it's going to be a very high kill game, even if they don't come out on top.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that was really close. Skies has 2 teammates down. He's leaving to try to get those restores. Does not want to be fighting solo against an unnamed number of people who may be coming. This is down to the last 6 teams, so those encounter spaces are getting smaller. And folks, especially if there's any other creators in the competitors in the match here from the Hyper Scape Creators Cup, they're hungry for kills. They want those points.
Oh yeah. So and you're seeing Skies too. As he's restoring, he's still moving. You never, there's no point ever in Hyperscape you want to be standing completely still if you can avoid it. So as you're restoring, it's important to kind of still shuffle around because you never know if there's a sniper there. You just want to make your head a slightly less easy target. Oh, they got quite a ways away to zone too.
They're not even going for the circle. They're still pushing.
200 meters.
This is a long expanse of zone, and as you said before, Yusuf, with the diminishing number of teams, that zone's going to do more damage.
Oh, absolutely. And you have to be careful here because something like Shockwave, while it can be great for mobility while you're in tight quarters, it's going to launch you straight up into the air. It's not going to help you out with any horizontal traversal. So if you're using it here in a situation like that where you need to cover a lot of ground, it can actually hurt you. That's where something like teleport becomes far more valuable.
Is that a little bit what you were talking about earlier, Yusuf, about that kind of late game adaptation? Don't be afraid to don't get so locked into one kind of loadout that you don't. Ooh, got him with the shockwave. The finish, nicely done.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I mean, watching this, if I'm Skies, I'm probably never giving up a fully fused shotgun, regardless of the situation. But don't be afraid to swap out your hacks. You don't need sort of blind loyalty. There are so many different guns, so many different hacks that are good for different scenarios and positions that you find yourself in, and being able to use them all when needed, especially when you're getting rezzed. If you're getting rezzed, you might have no choice but to roll with whatever you have there, and so you have to try to adapt your playstyle for that.
Yeah, we saw Big Cheese Kid improvising earlier with that axe and that mine. You do it by any means necessary. You got to stay in there.
Get ready for above. Get inside this building. Get inside this building.
Interesting to see as they count down to 5 teams left that number has been holding pretty steady. There has not been a steep decline in these final teams. They're focusing on survivability. They're getting those restores, one has to imagine, because there's been a fair amount of fights. There it is.
Well, that's just more kills than for Sky's team to rack up.
No, he went in biz. He's near me.
And now a low gravity event comes out. I wonder, you know, that for me as a viewer is one of my favorites because it just like hangs people out there. You know, people get into a situation where they're like, no, please come down. Like it just kind of mixes up that mobility in such an interesting way. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I hope you're not in the minority there, Chris, but I suspect you may be. Of course, the events are something that's a part of the Crowncast extension. So any streamers streaming the game with the extension will get you as a viewer a few rewards. First things first, like you can vote for in-game events like infinite ammo, like triple jump, like the supply crate event, like low gravity, haste, things like that. The other thing it'll get you is progress towards your battle pass, which I think is super cool. If you tie your Twitch account to your Uplay account, you can progress your battle pass just by watching up to 400 stars a day, just by watching and sort of interacting with the chat as well.
Yeah, get your votes in. Vote low grav all the time, folks. Team low grav.
Every streamer out there is cursing your name.
Putting my finger on the lever here as the crown is about to appear in 3 seconds with 3 teams left, it looks like. Cypher or Skies has the crown right now. They're inside this metro station. Oh, surprise! Found somebody. Took him out in the.
No, the crown is still up for grabs. No one's grabbed it.
Oh, did he not grab it? I thought he grabbed it. My bad. They were close by.
Oh!
They don't want the crown. They want these kills. They're feeling pretty confident, or maybe they just know that if they get the crown, they have, you know, they can't do this invis escape. They can't. It'll take their little edge off of. Oh, yep, someone's got the crown.
Someone else has it though, yeah.
And
pop the armor.
He's disengaging. He's picking off one of the teammates. The crown wearer still has the crown, even though they were down really low on health, and that's down. Okay, so now they've grabbed the crown. There's like one more team left. They think it's the last guy. They've got 2 of the teammates down, so now they're just going to go for the crown win. And if they can bait that last player and get that last kill, all the better.
Yeah, I think that might actually be the strategy. Pick up the crown, reveal yourself, let that last player come to you, because at that point they have no other option, really.
And this is a strong time to pick up this win score for Skies with 20 minutes left. They're going to probably try to get one more match in before the competition period ends, but let's see these points. 16 kills for Skies with that Mammoth Riot 1 combo. 8 bringing the team up to 24, plus a 15. That's 39 kill points, plus 15. I think I maybe lost track of my math there, but it's doing well. They did well.
They're doing very well. That's I'll add this up for us while you keep going, Chris.
Excellent. So we're now on with Cross Archon, who is down into the last 8 teams. They're down 1 player now. They're maybe going to look for the restore as he's escaping here, throwing down the heal to fight in this corridor. Going to try to maybe get out that Skybreaker, but looks like he's deterred his pursuer for the time being. And,
it's a 54-point game from Team Skies right there.
Ooh, that
second highest
solid.
game of the day for us.
That we've been seeing, of course, folks. We've only been checking in with 5 of our competitors here in the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. There are 27 team captains vying for their share of a $50,000 prize pool. And one of them is Cross Archon, who we're on with.
In this little cubby right here.
The point-blank Skybreaker, and see you later as he tries to maneuver around. His team is fighting out there. It looks like there are definitely at least a couple teams involved in this one. Tries to go for the slam, but hits his head on the balcony. But picked up an assist there as it looks like one of his teammates picked up that kill. But one of his teammates down now, so they're in a tough fight.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. I mean, you see there the... Again, Skybreaker Ripper, I think we're starting to learn what these creators like in terms of loadout. Obviously Skies is a big shotgun right one person. Seems like Cross is a man after my own heart with the Ripper Skybreaker. Ooh, out here in the open, going for the restore.
Yep.
That's a tough one. You can't really move in that one either.
No, you're kind of standing right on the edge there, but manages to get it. And
this is the other teammate though.
Other teammate is down. One of his teammates just back from the restore, so who knows how that's going to go in terms of weapons they're going to be able to pick up. And with 6 teams left, they're going to want to gear up as quick as they can. We are getting down to it here, Yusuf. We've seen some great matches so far today.
We have. I mean, we're about 15 minutes out from the time limit. That means, if a team is hoping to win, this is probably their last chance at a fresh game, provided that they are quick, rack up those eliminations and then match quick.
Yep, Cross here in an indoor fight, using that slam inside, trying to get some damage. The crown is going to appear in 17 seconds. But this is an important place to pick up some kills and to thin out the team that they're facing. Nicely done right there. Taking a target of opportunity. Heading up for the slam. And he is the only one up on his team, though. So I don't know what is his approach going to be. Have these guys found some restore points yet? Oh, my goodness. The Skybreaker splash. Doesn't even look to see how it lands because he doesn't want to take the heat that's immediately going to be coming back his way. But he is He is getting around. Oh, it's getting real tight.
I'm dead.
Oh, tried to probably go inside there, couldn't get inside the door, and the elimination comes out. Valiant effort though.
The elimination comes
6 and 5 kills.
Not the greatest
Total
score line. Not going to compete with some of
17.
the top that we've seen today, but hopefully he can squeeze one more match in. We're going to flip it over to Fuya, who is in a match right now, being pursued on a rooftop.
Kitty, I'm not with you, Kitty.
But she's got her precision weapons on, so you can't count her out.
The nice thing, Chris, about the spacing for this tournament, the next competition isn't for another week. After that next competition isn't for 2 weeks. These teams have time to practice, have time to improve. So, I mean, just because we're seeing certain domination coming out week 1 doesn't mean another team can't dominate week 2.
Well, and also, Yusuf, I think... Oh, the slam
the slam kill! Yes! Give me all the slam kills.
Over the building. Boom, baby.
Is there anything that makes you feel more like a superhero than like an over the building, leaping over a building and slamming down on someone for the kill?
Are you picturing just the dramatic, like, fist pound, crouch landing? Where it's like,
oh, that's exactly what it is.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
It's so good. All right, she's down, and they're down to 21 teams here. All of our creators that we're on board with here, 5 out of the 27. Our captains are trying to get it done at this point, and try to pick up some last kills and some last win before this competition window ends. And I was going to say earlier, Yusuf, it'd be interesting to see too, because this game is in open beta on PC, and the development team is constantly working on it, doing balancing passes, doing updates here and there to just address different things that they're seeing in game, sort of tweak different stuff to really hone in on a great balance for the match. It'll be interesting to see if any of that comes out over the course of this competition, and we see any competitors adapt accordingly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The game has only been out for a very short while, still in open beta, and there's already been a wealth of changes and improvements that have come to the balancing of the game. If this was a technical test tournament, you'd see everyone rocking Hexfires and Skybreakers, but the balancing has taken place, and we're seeing basically every type of loadout being used.
It's a new day in Neo Arcadia, as Fuya and her squad try to get those reses, try to get back up with 12 teams remaining.
Tell me that wasn't a headshot, bro.
Doing her work with the sniper rifle. Oh, the reveal, come around the corner. The Riot one close quarters. Ooh, okay, now she is down. And we're going to hop over to Rita, who is in a similarly close match, down to 11, but her squad is at full strength. Not a ton of fully fused weapons, so one has to wonder how it's been going in terms of restores and whatnot, but excuse me, they are on the case with 11 teams left.
Yeah, again, it's not the end of the world, if you're not fully fused on everything. The only weapons that are going to improve in damage as you fuse them are the Skybreaker and the Protocol. Excuse me, the Riot one as well. But everything else is just going to increase in magazine size, so you can still do tons of damage with just level 1 weapons. You're just not going to be able to in many cases fire for as long.
Sniper's just really strong, man.
But that level 5 Protocol though, that's still opening the door for one-shot headshots.
Yep, and she's bringing her last teammate back online here, Jason. Joining up immediately, picks up a fully fused D-tap, it looks like. as they get the slam for some visibility here in this reveal event. Reveal event's always a spicy one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't, not every single person on the map is going to be revealed. You still need to be in close proximity with them. Ooh, we see Rita going down there to a fully fused Riot 1. Had the drop on someone with the Ripper, but just didn't land some shots.
And as she scrambles to try to get her teammates to pick her back up, we're going to check back in with Fuya with 9 teams left. I think they are in separate matches. We did have that overlap earlier in the stream, which was excellent. These
We had them directly fighting each other before.
Fighting each other, yes. And Fuya, Catzilla, and Katie coming out on top there. And here they are with sectors closing, 9 teams left. And they're looking around to try to coordinate their approach and how they're going to adapt. They think maybe some team is coming out of that decayed zone, but doesn't look like they're going to engage them at the edge of the decay, going to kind of swoop around and get a better position.
Yeah, I mean, we saw at the right before we switched off Fuya that last time, we saw her a little bit frustrated. It's worth noting, too, they're back at full strength now. They weren't down, they weren't eliminated. But one of the last things we heard her say is, we're not working together, we're not fighting together. You gotta wonder now that they have a second chance at this same match if they change up their strategies. It looks like they're still separated by quite a distance. You want to be a little bit closer to your teammates.
Yeah, you want to be able to at least be in range to close in when a conflict breaks out to try to help out your squad. But it looks like things are pretty quiet here, but not for Big Cheese Kit. Things are getting real salty. Oh, sorry, buddy, didn't get here in time. He was engaged in like a real close range fight with the grenade launcher, the salvo. But now his other teammate is being hunted down. That's Spaceman Vic. They did great work getting each other restored and getting having that survivability in previous matches. But it looks like they're going to got a little bit more work to do over here. Now, folks, as we enter the last 10 minutes, I'm going to bop around a bunch to see whose matches are going to yield points here. We're back with Fuya, 8 teams left, and teaming up. Looks like they're going to continue to maneuver towards one of these big landmarks. As the sectors continue to collapse, they're just trying to do a little more looting, too.
Yeah, especially as you go down and get restored, you're not always going to have your ideal loadout or the things you want. So never stop looting. Sometimes sometimes you need ammo. Sometimes you just want a better version of what you already have. I think the important thing too, though, is specifically with Hyper Scape, because of how important mobility is, because of the time to kill, so many different factors. It's so important to fight with your team. If you ever find yourself fighting on your own against more than one person, odds are it's not going to go in your favor. You want to be around your teammates as much as you can. Ooh, Fuya here just raining down Skybreaker shots into Mona. Ooh, hit the barrier there though.
And it looks like her teammates are moving in to finish off the recipients of those Skybreaker shots. Ooh, doing the harpy from the elevated position. Is the person going to be able to get out? Nope, they hit the ceiling of the big arched ceiling, and that's 1 for Fuya. Oh, but Catzilla goes down, and someone comes up onto the rooftop to have a word with Fuya. She dropped. She dropped.
Trying to drop down into Mona. Popped the armor, which definitely saved her in that case. But now, ooh, the team gets eliminated. Oh, Skybreaker. Oh, Majin Taj with the elimination there. Majin Taj is one of the captains of one of our other teams. So
I don't know what is happening.
Their team there is still in the race for that win and racking up kills.
And we're checking in with Cross Archon now. 14 players left in their match. Yep. Doing some aerial pursuit here, getting up the jump pad and the slam to get a little extra height here in this downtown. I don't know if it's called downtown. I think of it as downtown because it's like where the really tall buildings are. But, definitely a place where the mobility equation of like, will my slam get me to the top of that building? Some of them, yes, but others, no. You're going to have to work a little harder to get on top of that if you want to pursue up there or to escape.
Yeah, unless low gravity is there. But yeah, this is the T loop location. That's the main landmark.
My man, the cartographer over here. I like it.
Well, we see there Cross's team gets eliminated. Not that 2 points there, so probably that's not gonna really help them in this tournament.
That
See
one's
what
probably
Skies
not
is up
ending
to,
up
though.
on their final scorecard. Skies coming in with that shockwave. I love because it just kind of like it's not like something you throw. There's not a projectile. It's just kind of the explosion appears there. So there's this really cool feeling of like I've just conjured this explosion right on you. And
Yeah.
Now you're dead.
Well, I think it's it's in a way kind of the closest thing Hyperscape has to like an impact grenade or something. Obviously there's the Salvo and the Komodo, which are sort of like grenade launchers, but just throwing the shockwave down, it does this AOE damage effect similar to how you would expect a grenade to act.
And in terms of just like, I want damage there right now. Like it's pretty fast.
No, it's a great pursuit hack, and there aren't a lot of hacks that directly are meant to deal damage. The mine is probably the only one that is primarily a damage dealer. Shockwave is a multi-use hack. Slam is a multi-use hack.
And it looks like they're going to try to go for the restore here as, yep, Skies. His team's going to get him back. Oh, but the Skybreaker comes in right on that restore location. And one has to wonder if maybe that player has a teammate saying, like, look, this is a restore spot. It might be, might be to guide you towards it. Might be a good place to put that Skybreaker down. Let's go on over here with Rita. She's back in the action. 4 teams left for Rita, Jason, and Foxpax. They're revealed, and now they're in the zone, so it's going to be a little tough. They got to get back before. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you see how much damage that zone is doing. Rita might not be able to make it out of this. Oh,
that was
doesn't get
3
back.
damage pings that it took, and 2 of them took off almost her entire health pool. So that end game zone damage.
Yeah, that's the last zone, because the crown has spawned. The crown doesn't spawn based off how many teams are left. It's by once you get down to the final zone. So the crown theoretically can spawn with as many as 7 teams still up, or something like this. So, something crazy. It's not only 2 teams. It's not only 3 teams, 4 or 5. It's dictated by zone.
All right, Big Cheese Kid trying to finish off one more match before our competition period concludes here. There's 5 teams left, and it looks like he and his teammate are doing all right. Coming over here to the Cathedral. Is that the technical term, Yusuf? What are we
Throne Hall, Chris.
Throne Hall, my man. Did you get a custom printed cloth map of the Hyperscape area, or do you just know this stuff?
I just know this.
You've been playing. You've been out here.
I mean, development team. If you want to send me a cloth map, I ain't gonna say no to that.
To be fair, folks, I literally just made that swag up. It's not something that I know to exist. I don't want to mislead anybody out there.
Chris, we're coming down to the last few minutes of this tournament. At least day 1 of this tournament.
Day 1 of this tournament. We have seen some great matches, and I think this will probably be the last one that we're able to see. I don't know. How's he doing? What are you looking for? Spending a lot of time here in this zone that's about to decay, Big Cheese Kid. What is your plan?
I mean, it's still. Oh no, they are top 4. It's interesting. You're seeing Big Cheese Kit and Spaceman Vic here consistently in the last few squads, even though they are a competitor down and just playing with 2 people. That's the unique thing about Hyperscape, is that you don't need to be racking up insane amount of kills to come in towards the end or even come out on top. If they can secure a crown victory, sort of play keep away, utilize their hacks in smart, efficient ways, you can completely win without ever getting a kill.
Though in this particular competition, that's probably not the strategy you really want to take.
No, that's fair. It's not going to help you win the Creators Cup by any means, but it can help you win some matches of Hyperscape at least.
We have a few of our competitors are in one of their last matches. We got Fuya playing one. Still 29 teams left over there, so we'll check in there in just a few minutes. But there's 4 teams left here for Big Cheese Kid. So you're going to see what he can do with that Skybreaker D-tap combo. Oh, he's got it out. He's pursuing down the hallway. Oh, the mine is going to come after him. He's going to take a big
Sometimes
bite
you can juke a mine. Oh, not that time.
He's going to eat that one. Uh-oh, and he's getting pursued. Oh, could not make it around the corner.
On a game that's going to be in the future.
Shout out to Big Cheesecake. One of the most entertaining streamers out there.
Definitely talking a little smack to Solid FPS, who knocked him out on that one. We're going to go check in Fuya, back with her preferred combo of Riot 1 and Protocol. And her team just taking out another team in their march forward here in this match. Oh, now they're fighting together. We heard them talking earlier. You were saying this, Yusuf. We heard them talking earlier about, gotta stick together. We're not playing our game the way we want to, but certainly looking at those last engagements just there, they seem to be clicking a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about having the ability to swap out your weapons and hacks as the situation dictates. It's so important to be able to adapt on the fly. You don't want to just sit there and keep making the same mistakes you're doing, especially mid-match when you can correct them, when you can improve. And shout out to Team Fuya for seemingly doing just that.
Did you say there was a mine? Because I did not see one.
Guy!
I think that's the call out of someone is nearby. This is the getting a little salty towards the end of the competition, getting hyped, call outs. I like it. Just a reminder here, what's at stake, folks. Ooh,
I didn't even say anything.
They are competing for their share of a $50,000 prize pool here in the Hyper Scape Creators Cup. The competition period for today is almost over. We've just got one more match to follow on with. We'll bop back over there, but just wanted to check in, let you know who is talking at you over these streams, who is showing you the different competitors, and what's at stake.
And folks, before we go to, I do want to make sure to let you know that we will be back. We will be streaming this tournament again on Friday, same exact time. If you're watching over on the Hyperscape official game channel, which I know many of you are, go ahead and drop a follow on that channel. You'll be notified when we go live next week. You'll be able to watch the tournament from the very beginning. All you got to do is hit that follow button.
That guy's 1 HP.
Absolutely. And next week we will be going with the top 5 teams on the leaderboards. It'll be interesting to see if any of the teams we've been on with today make it into that top 5. Certainly we saw Fuya and her squad put up a big points on the back of Katie's 27 kill game. But Ice Skies and his squad as well, and probably another one of the top performers from our crew here today.
Yeah, I mean Team Rita as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see any of those teams in the top 5. Again, there are 22 competitors and teams that we still that we don't necessarily know how they're faring, but we certainly have some strong performances on the stream today.
That's true. We are going to have a lot of, also next week, folks, we're going to have a lot of data for you about how the teams played. We're working with the Hyperscape development team to get some information to kind of break down what has been working for some of these teams and what they prefer. Of course, we're able to see to some degree what kind of stuff, what kind of weapons and loadouts they prefer and how they've been doing, but we'll have a much broader view that'll be fun to dig into next week when our next competition phase for the Hyperscape Creators Cup continues. Ooh, and I think this is going to be our last one here. We've got 2 games left that are currently live from our crew. I think as long as they're started within the period, they're going to be valid for the competition. Is that correct, Yusuf?
Chris, that's actually something I would have to double check on in the rules. Not entirely sure, to be
One
honest.
of the finer points that we're not exactly sure of, but what I am sure of is I want to see these matches play out. So we're going to keep it going. Both Fuya and Ice Skies are currently in a match, although Ice Skies just went down and was eliminated. Oh, his teammate is restoring him. So 2 of our top competitive teams. Nope, that's Ice Skies out.
Nope, Ice Skies is out. We're just going to stick around with Fuya. Yeah, we'll stick around with Fuya until her team matches up or finishes up. The single headshot elimination, though, coming out from the protocol there. And this is, you mentioned this at the very beginning. You're like, oh, do you like sticking to the trains, the railways? My answer, I never answered that, Chris, but the answer is no, because there's so little cover up there. You are very exposed, and it's such little room to maneuver because it is such a thin sort of strip of terrain. And so it's something you want to consider for sure. I wouldn't recommend taking fights up there.
It's hard to look at what just happened and want to go up there.
Exactly.
Or like the thing behind it.
With precision shooters like Fuya, Katie, and Catzilla out there. This will be our final match here in today's competition of the Hyper Scape Creators Cup, folks. Oh, yum, yum, yum. What a tasty mine. That's about, what, 40% of her health right there? Not
I will say, Chris, who knows how the other teams are doing. I will be shocked if Katie is not the top fragger from today's tournament. We've seen 17 kills, 27 kills, 15 kill games coming from Katie. Just absolutely dominating.
I mean, you see the number 27, and then you think, okay, there are 33 teams. She basically killed almost a third of all the players in the match.
Well, at that point too, because restores are a thing. You could have more than 99 eliminations in a match, but like you gotta wonder and this has happened to me. I've been on the bad side of this. Like, did she eliminate the same person multiple times?
Yeah, they just kept coming back and kept losing that fight.
Not my proudest moment, but I have been eliminated by the same person 3 times in one match.
Oh man, were you like a little bit conscious of it? Were you like, I'm gonna get you this time? Or did you just see that name pop up 3 times and said, again?
Oh, I just fear for my life every time.
It got inside your head by killing you a lot. It's pretty effective. It's pretty effective. So we got a full suite of fully fused weapons here and almost fully fused hacks, as Fuya and her team are one of the last 15 teams in this match. And yeah, so we've seen, we talk a lot about Fuya's loadout as she's the team captain, the one we're spectating here. She loves those precision shots. But what are we seeing from Catzilla and Katie?
Yeah, I mean, so Katie's rocking a fully fused mammoth and harpy. Is that right? Katie's the purple. I'm not.
Yes. Yeah.
Our setup is a little bit difficult for me to see everything.
You're correct.
Yeah. So I mean, clearly working in that mid to short range. The shotgun's not going to be effective from long range. The harpy, you can hit shots from long range, but you're not going to have consistent damage going down. And you see there with a heal, with slam, rolling actually with the same hacks that Fuya has. It's clearly trying to be more offensive probably with that slam, and then dropping the heal, because if you're in an engagement, if you're going back and forth trading shots, if you can drop that heal, it's only going to help you sustain longer. And then
and Katie actually just dropped, while we were talking about that, dropped her shotgun for the Protocol 1. They found a fully fused one now. So now they've got 2 of these long guns doing this rooftop work here as they, just kind of play towards the edge of this sector. This looks like one of those choke points sometimes you get on the map because of the way the decay happens. It's in a different, it's not necessarily predictable. It's in a different kinds of patterns. You can have these choke points of like narrow tunnels of viable terrain in between 2 decaying sectors, but this is just like driving a lot of folks towards this area and having that elevated position.
Beautiful shots coming in. 2 eliminations and 2 shots. Oh, another hit. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it. The zone does not decay in like a circle or any predictable way. It happens randomly every time. So it's going to force you to play differently, to adapt as you go, because people are going to be coming at you from different directions every time.
I need ammo. Fuck. Alright, we go back up.
9 teams left here in the final competitive match. We'll be watching day 1 of the 3-day Hyper Scape Creators Cup. Those 3 days being this Friday, next Friday, and 2 weeks following that. So go ahead and follow the channel you're watching this on, folks, and you'll get those alerts to tune in. Yusuf and I will be coming back on to show you the teams that will be at the top of the leaderboards. And hard to think that Fuya and her team won't be with these shots that they're landing and the work we've seen them put in today.
I can, yeah, I'm watching.
Fuya's in the zone right now.
He's skybreakered.
Ooh, but getting interrupted on. Oh no, they got the res off.
On the wall.
Took a shot to do it, but it was worth it in the end.
Got the res off, and it looks like she's maybe picking up her previous gear. Ooh.
We gotta go soon.
The heals are coming out. The sector's decaying. They're on the rooftop.
Oh, they are far.
There is not a lot of space.
We need to kill these guys.
No, I'm fucking right.
They still, I mean, you can cover a lot of ground really fast, so I don't think they'll die to sector, but the fact that they're chasing a team will make things tricky. Oftentimes, it's actually better to be the pursuing team than it is to be the lead team like this, because again, now that the sector has fully decayed, there is no cover for the team running away from them, and everyone is going to the same point.
Everyone's going there, and yeah, you don't want to be have the people on your back, but the big slam coming in, she's gonna hit it. Oh, she bopped somebody. It looked like maybe, or someone went down. Oh, that's a big hit. Her health is so low. Those Skybreaker hits coming from up top. Miles TV landing those on to Fuya, and one more teammate lives. Can she get the restart and keep the team's hopes alive for this last match?
If they chase you, you're not safe. No, you're.
The zone's 150 away.
I think
they're far from out of it, and they still have 45 seconds there before the zone actually closes and gets rid of the restore points. But it looks like they're gonna scrap that plan, head to zone, and try to see what they can make work there.
Yeah, try to find some restore points.
Should have gone for the pickup.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Now I'm sort of regretting their decision, thinking that they should have done it when they could.
I see someone. Hold on.
But hey, you make the best of what you can when you're in the situation. It looks like she's got the echoes of Catzilla and Fuya scouting for her. Oh, but she's taking some hits up on that rooftop. She's going to have to do some evasive action. Looks like Fuya's going to go inside the building and see if there's anything there.
If you can, run towards Mona. Try to force the third party. They're still on top. No, but they're on top of this.
Yeah, you heard Fuya say right there, trying to force a third party. That's actually one of the best things you can do when you're solo and you have pursuers. Try to lead them into another team, because odds are, if you can get them to start fighting each other, then you can slip away, hopefully, provided you're evasive enough.
There's people over here though.
We can let us
there are some restore points.
Scope it out.
Oh, they just very bad here.
Fuck. Yeah, just play your life. Play your life. They're on top of Mona.
I like that. Play your life. Just like
chasing
take care of yourself. Let us. We're echoes. No one can see us. No one can hurt us. Let us scout it out. Let us find the right situation.
You get yourself situated.
I get it. Go back to Mona because
I'm stealing. I'm saying play your life now.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for you too as well.
5 teams remain in our final match here. And that's gonna be it. The 5th team. Fuya and her allies going down. Some decent game, but not going to be close to what their top one is and their pursuit of this prize pool of $50,000. Yusuf, this is going to wrap up our first day of Hyper Scape Creators Cup casting. What's your take on it? What's your take on the action today? Now at the end of the session.
Yeah, I think we saw great performances come out from Fuya, from Ice Guys, from Rita as well. Cross Archon and Big Cheese did the best they could. They certainly racked up some kills and got some late matches. But I mean, Fuya's team had a 60-point game. Ice Guys had a 54-point game, and then Rita had a 48-point game. Those are the top 3 scores that we witnessed, at least here, and it came from 3 different teams. So you can see there's a lot of talent all spread around. I'm very curious to see how this nets out next week once we have all of our data and we can see how all 27 teams did and see who we're casting today. But I'm not going to be surprised if we're casting Ice Guys and Fuya again next week.
I agree. Folks, if you want to keep up on the leaderboard updates, go ahead and follow Hyperscape Game on Twitter. We're going to be posting some leaderboard results midweek. And then come on back to this channel next Friday. Hit that follow button so you get the alert. That's where we're going to be seeing the top 5 leaderboard teams compete. Of course, it will still be anyone's game at that point. 27 team captains are competing in the Hyperscape Creators Cup. We'll see you back here next Friday with the top 5 in the current standings for some more excellent Hyperscape action. Thanks for watching, folks.
Yeah, thanks y'all. Go out and play Hyperscape. It's a free open beta right now on PC.
Yeah, you can play it for free dollars. And watch those streams. You'll level up your battle pass, all that good stuff. Yusuf, any final words for the folks?
No, nothing for me. We'll see y'all next week. Take care.
Take care, y'all. Have fun out there.